By the way, just to change to a happier topic, we think someone shit on the floor of the bathroom.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, and
What are you talking about?
we have a little private bathroom that we use for guests, and I've given permission for the staff to use it. But someone has done the ultimate foul. Look, there's shit on the floor.
How could they miss that?
And look at the bowl, Robin. If you can see that, not only did they shit on the floor, pan up, they shit all over the bowl.
Oh my God!
How do you do that? How does that happen?
It.
I've never in my entire life shit like that.
I just passed Tim in the hall. He looked a little guilty, but I'm not saying Tim.
Please come in and admit your guilt.
And just mess up.
Because I'm going to have to fire Tim, and I love Tim.
I didn't say it's Tim, but maybe this person.
Tim, if it's you, just tell me.
Okay, I shit. Okay, we all happy now?
Now let me ask you something.
No, I gotta go.
No, but what? Okay, so you admit you did it, but why all over the wall? And
no, I cleaned it up.
But what happened? Were you sick?
Yeah, I was sick.
You were really?
Yeah, I was sick, really sick.
But how do you spray out like that? I've never done that.
I was really sick, and I thought I cleaned it, but I was really sick.
I knew I was in trouble, and it was going to explode. So I grabbed. I had the New York Times and the Daily News in the car in the front seat.
Times is a much bigger target.
And I threw it under on my seat. And I exploded in my suit, man. But it all got on the newspapers.
Wow.
And then, did you have to throw this shit away, or did you clean it? Oh, I threw it out. I threw it out, man.
But how did you get them from your car?
The next one,
my house?
because you're not going to get to it. Yeah. Lieberman was a reporter, and he shit during a report. Like on the air, he was talking to somebody, he shit his pants, and then he went back in the truck. He thought he cleaned it up. He went in the truck, and the woman's like, "There's brown shit on your sock." It's a funny story. We're thinking about doing a show of all bad shitting stories.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah. Okay. No, I was just listening to the wrap-up show from last Wednesday when after Tim, I guess everybody who listens to the show knows that Tim was the guy who confessed to shitting all over the bathroom.
I think the world knows.
Yeah, the whole world knows. And oh my God, I was just listening, like Ronnie. I know a lot of stuff about Ronnie. I didn't know this one. This is from the wrap-up show. I don't know if you heard it, Rob.
No, I didn't.
I got this bad attack, which must have happened to him also, and I thought I could control it.
Hot peppers?
I don't know, but I could. What happened was, I knew I was in trouble. And it was going to explode. So I grabbed. I had the New York Times and the Daily News in the car in the front seat.
Times is a much bigger target.
And I threw it under my on my seat, and I exploded in my suit, man. But it all got on the newspapers.
Wow.
And then
did you have to throw the suit away? Or did you clean it?
Oh, I threw it out. Oh, fucking threw it out, man.
But how did you get though from your car to your house?
To my house?
Yeah.
You ever see how people walk like little tiptoes, like this, with
your
your legs closed together? You know,
My God, shitting stories. There's a million.
Wow.
Yeah, I have. Thank God, knock on. What is this, Formica? I've never had that issue. I know you had.
I had my issue, but it didn't hit walls.
No. I am so flabbergasted by that whole event. I can't even tell you. And then I saw Tim. I don't know where, like AGT.
He was telling me he was at AGT. I talked to him over the weekend.
And then he put out his hand to shake my hand. I was like, no.
And that's what he said, that, he said his life was ruined by that story because everybody at AGT shunned a handshake.
They did. John Leiberman was on the wrap-up show, the same show as Ronnie, and everyone was sort of sitting around the round table and sharing stories.
I was a reporter in Albuquerque, New Mexico, 1997. We had the Balloon Fiesta, which is this national balloon thing with hot air balloons, started at 5 a.m. on a Saturday morning. The night before, I was out drinking, and then we used to have this little lady come in to the station with homemade breakfast burritos every morning at 4 in the morning.
It's a recipe for disaster.
So I stop at the breakfast burritos. I have one of those. I'm hungover. I'm out doing a live shot at like 5:01. I'll never forget it. I'm interviewing a cop, and all of a sudden, I just feel my insides start to come out. You can see it on my face on the air, but you don't hear anything. thing. Afterwards, so I'm done interviewing the cop. I hurried up. He's talking about traffic in and out. I'm not even really listening. I go right to the porta potty and I take off my underwear, take off my socks, throw it in the porta potty, thinking that nobody's ever going to notice anything. I get back in the live truck and I had a female camera.
What was it? Was it you threw your pants in? So
No, my underwear.
No.
Oh,
I throw my underwear.
It just came out nude.
I throw my underwear and my socks in there. Okay?
But you must still smell like shit.
Well, I thought that I was clean, much like Tim probably thought. I get back in the live truck. I'll never forget this. My camera woman was a woman named Lynn French, and I cross my legs in the live truck. I'm writing a script, and she goes, "What's that brown on your ankle?" And I'm like, So, of course, now I have to come clean to Lynn. She's on the phone to the station. Everybody's laughing back at the station.
Oh, my God.
These are some of the funniest stories.
I know. Well, Sal actually made a good point for once on the wrap-up show. Was talking about how Tim kind of is like an ADD kind of guy, because after something like that goes down and you've just shit all over the walls and the light switch and everything, like I think Tim is always so busy that he's just he just moved on to the next thing. This has to be his worst nightmare.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
It is, Howard.
I know, not to mention...
This is that thing you just want to go away that won't. It just keeps growing.
Well, it's not going to go away because it's ridiculous. I mean, people were talking to me about it all weekend because it's ridiculous. It's like, how do you shit all over a wall and a light switch? I mean, and the toilet is just covered in shit. I mean, it's just impossible to do. I couldn't even replicate that if I tried. I mean, the spray was crazy.
It was an explosion.
And I love when Tim explains it, but he doesn't really.
Right.
Like we still don't know where his ass was. Was it on the bowl? Was he above
See, I can't imagine it being on the bowl.
Yeah, I can't
and getting
either.
So high up.
But he says he was on it.
He doesn't know.
He's in a coma. Yeah, I was thinking about it all weekend. I'm not done interviewing Tim about that.
Oh, dear.
Because I don't understand it. I don't understand how you leave, and I don't understand how that it happens in the first place. I honestly don't. It's just never happened to me. What?
My understanding is that Tim's just really, really upset about this.
Oh, he's had it.
He is.
Yeah, I am
told
too.
you that he told me his life is destroyed.
He like they talked about it on the Superfan the other night.
Oh, did they?
Because it was the biggest thing that happened last week.
Right.
And I think Tim was upset that they spent too much time on it.
Oh, I wonder what they said.
Wonder what they said. What do you think they said?
That's what Jason just said. That's exactly what Jason said. He goes, what do you think we said?
It's the craziest thing ever. I wouldn't leave that bathroom until every bit of evidence was gone.
Well, I have to admit, I was like, I don't want to come back to work if that's what's going on.
Yeah, I don't either. How do I get out of here? How do I get out of here? That's crazy.
What does the room look like now? Did anybody ever get to clean the walls?
Where are we at with that? Gary, is there shit still on the walls? Or did someone get in there with some bleach? That's what I would do. I would get bleach and paint.
Yeah, you got to get disinfectant. You got to wash that place down.
Where are we at with that room?
I'm going to send John Leiberman in because he could explain it.
Oh.
It's still not well.
Oh, it's ruined.
Yeah, they might as well tear down the room.
John, where are we at with the wall? I mean, and what condition is the bathroom in, honestly?
And how do we get it fixed?
Right.
The thing is, it stained the walls so much that it's going to take an intense cleaning.
What would do it? Bleach?
To get it off. Maybe bleach, ammonia, and under the railing, there's still a lot of residue of...
What's this railing?
It's
there's
like
a rail around, the room.
Like a handicap rail?
It's like the handicap rail, which it appears maybe Tim grasped onto it. Maybe he was having such a violent episode that he grasped the rail.
Oh, my God. Look at that rail.
Yeah.
Well, how did she get up on there?
Now what?
Well, if it was on the light switch, this is nothing.
Robin.
See the remnants right there by the round circle end of the rail?
Yeah.
Yes.
But if you trail that to the right along the railing, all under there, that's all, it's not rust. That's feces under there that is now dried. That's how bad it was.
Look, it's still
filthy. What we need? We need those people who clean up after a murder.
It's like a crime scene.
Yes.
Wow. Oh. Oh, my God.
Oh, wow. Look at the wall. Oh.
It's got to be painted.
Can I have an amnesty that I'm not going to get fired by Tim for continually pursuing this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not getting fired. You're a newsman, and you got to go after the news.
Well, you know what your next story should be, John?
What's that, Robin?
It's to get somebody from maintenance in there and show them what happened,
right,
and ask how we get it cleaned.
It's a good story.
Absolutely. That is it. And
Why, have you been pressured to not do the Tim story?
I have not been pressured.
All
no,
right.
I have
There you
not
go.
been pressured. I have obtained the surveillance video.
Go ahead.
Of Tim Sabian from 5 different camera angles.
Oh, my goodness.
Of what you can see. And let me just review the key points for you, Howard.
Okay.
One of those is at 8:14:47, you see Tim entering the kitchen outside the compound. Now, Tim's argument is that he was in a huge rush, that he had this explosion. He spends 41 seconds in the kitchen, according to the videotape. Then he enters the compound and stops for another 27 seconds to speak to Ronnie, Richie Wilson, Lee Garowitz, and Rob Martin, and then finally enters the bathroom about a minute and a half after he first entered the kitchen.
So your point being that he was in no real rush.
I deal with facts, and the facts show that he doesn't appear to be in any huge rush to
Or
go into the
distress.
toilet or distress. However, he enters the bathroom at 8:16:30 that morning,
ahead.
and he spends roughly 7 minutes in the bathroom.
All right, well, there you go.
When he exits the bathroom, he stops and talks to Greg Carmel, the cameraman, briefly, and then he walks through the frame back here into the Stern compound. Now, here is another key piece of video. He's caught on video looking around the bullpen area almost as if he feels like he's been caught doing something, but he hasn't.
Right.
And he has this look on his face, kind of a startled look. So he looks around, then he rushes out of the compound, and here is the best shot of what we have is then at 8:24:10. Tim, you see 2 buttons on his shirt unbuttoned, one more than normal. You see sweat on his face.
Right.
You know, and then when he exits the compound, he hits somebody on the shoulder, a Sirius XM employee. He just kind of pats him on the shoulder.
Oh.
A guy in a green T-shirt who's just an unassuming guy standing outside.
Poor guy.
And he's walking with a very strange waddle as he exits the compound, almost as if he still has shit in his pants.
Oh, my goodness.
That, that being said, what we gleaned was how explosive was it if he spent this amount of time in the kitchen and then in the bathroom, and then prior to the bathroom, and then he's in there for 7 minutes. And we also found some shit stains next to where you swipe your key card.
Oh, boy.
Going in and out of the bathroom. So
what do you think that is from? Like, I mean, when he exited, he still had shit on his hands.
One could rationally assume that, yes.
I mean, how did shit get on there?
Yes.
Outside the bathroom is what you're talking about?
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
And the shit trail ends there?
And the trail ends there.
Thank goodness.
But we needed to review the videotape to get a good chronology of exactly what went
unfolded.
down.
Yeah.
What was the narrative and how explosive was it? Now, granted,
I'm just curious, and then maybe we'll drop this because people are eating their breakfast. But I'm just curious how it all goes down. Like, where is your asshole that it's spraying up like that into the walls and into the metal? The spray is insane on that.
In Tim's defense, look, it must have come on, right as he's talking to Ronnie and Richie Wilson. He must have felt something in his stomach. He goes in. He clearly starts to erupt prior to.
Is that what you think?
Even getting very close to the bowl. Yeah, because
you think he started shitting before his ass hit the bowl?
Yes.
Well, how else would it get up, Howard?
There is no question.
I don't know, Robin.
The splatter on the walls, it was like the walls were painted
Is that what
with
happened? That's what I
feces.
want to know from Tim.
And that's why when I first said it looked like somebody was trying to send a message, this was not it was not easy to make this happen.
No. I mean, is there any possibility he laid down on the floor and like a volcano, like he erupted up? I mean, what is this? Holy mackerel.
I think he had his pants down and he was trying to get to the bowl, and all hell broke loose in that bathroom at that point.
Wow. And we have the splatter evidence to prove it.
Sheesh.
We have the splatter, we have the videotape.
That's the
case
best.
closed.
But we got the guy who did it. Why can't he give us the blow by blow so we don't have to speculate?
Because he's embarrassed.
Well, and this is the thing. I mean, you know, he wants it to be the end, but the fact of the matter is
there's a lot of unanswered questions.
A lot of unanswered. Just because he confessed does not mean that the criminal process is over.
Right.
I mean, you know, this could still go to trial. What if he comes back in a month and says, I just confessed because, you know, I was feeling the pressure and I didn't want JD to go down for it, or Ronnie or somebody like that.
He wishes that.
So.
That's a good thing to do, though.
I'm proud of Tim that he confessed, though, and he has full amnesty because he did confess. I gave him that. I gave him full amnesty.
But suppose he did was covering up for somebody else.
No, he believe me, he's not that gracious. Well, this is probably good for you to know because you're on this story. I've contacted a woman who's an expert in toilet training, and she is going to come in and teach Tim how to shit properly. You know what I mean?
You know what? Maybe we should ask you to see Tim's home.
No, I don't want to see that. I think he just shits all over the house.
And how about the shit show?
Right.
Oh,
my God.
This is the greatest show on earth.
We were talking about it all weekend.
Oh, my goodness.
Like, everyone was like, what the hell happened in there? It's like a murder. It's like a mystery.
You would have thought this was Watergate by the people online trying to dissect each and every, second of Tim's shit.
I think it's fair of Tim, though, to look into maybe getting it cleaned properly. I mean, I think that would be fair. I know he's got a lot on his plate, but...
Yeah, the fact that he still hasn't done it. I mean, I would have done it right after that explosion. I would have roped off the place and never let anybody in there to see what happened.
My guess is painting the place would be the best solution.
Well, you got to wash it down first.
Yeah, yes.
And since Tim's explosion, we looked, the number of key card swipes drastically reduced. Either people are A, afraid to go in there because of what they might see, the remnants, or B, they just don't want to be connected with this at all.
Right. No, don't go in there if you're going to do something embarrassing.
I would declare that a health hazard.
What is that, Tim?
It is what it is.
Right. I say make that Tim's office. And then, make his office a new bathroom. Wow. Big story. Is this one among the biggest stories you've covered since you've been here?
I think so. Because it's Tim. Because the cover-up goes to the highest levels. Right.
It's like your Watergate.
Right, exactly.
I feel like shit.
I mean, and there's so many layers to it. The how, what, when, how did this unfold, the lying about it. And that's, the cover-up is worse than the crime.
Could this end in Tim's resignation?
I can't go there. I don't want to speculate on Tim's employment future with the company.
He go?
But I do know he wants this to go away.
Yes.
Everybody coming up to him at AGT didn't want to shake his hand and is doing all sorts of, and I understand you egged it on a little bit during the breaks at AGT.
A little bit. A lot of people were there, with their families.
Quite frankly, I only dealt with him because it was by phone.
Right. Right.
So Tim wants this to go away, and who can blame him?
Right. I can't blame him. And I do admire him coming forward. I do.
He felt the pressure, and he did the right thing.
Right.
And what else can you ask for in a boss other than...
cleaning up after himself
in the first place?
I would have spent all weekend getting rid of the evidence. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know Tim's here, and I know he's in his office, and I know he's just feeling terrible.
Is he?
Do you want me to ask him to come in, and we'll just say this is it? We'll end it after today.
All right. I think we've gone as far as we can.
A final
with the story.
discussion. Yes.
I think it's done. I think we'll get the bathroom cleaned in some capacity, and it'll be
we'll move
done.
on.
We have the crime scene photos. We have the swabs. We have the videotape. Should this ever come up again, we have everything sealed up that we need.
Yeah, because
he's not coming in.
Why? I want to put an end to it.
He's just like, I can tell he's upset.
I know, but I'm putting an end to it.
I'm trying, but
I'm trying to get closure.
He goes, I'm done with this bullshit.
It's no bullshit. Serious story. Well, one thing we know, our fans are very understanding. After today, they'll definitely drop it.
They won't be bothering him.
If things don't go on and on and on. Well, I think he should come in here and close it out, but... And now I'm the one who gets stuck with, like, Tim coming to me privately and going, this has got to end. This has got to end now. So I don't want that discussion either.
Well, he's making it a bigger deal by, reacting this way.
Right. Yeah, I don't want that discussion. Man up. Take it, don't come crying to me about it. You made your shit, now lie in it.
We've all had accidents, all made mistakes.
Yeah, you've had your accident. I heard that.
I had my accident back in the day, 1997.
You remember the year.
I remember the year.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
So, look, you get past it. You move past it.
Sure.
You move forward in your career from shitting in your pants to covering somebody else shitting in their pants.
You've come full circle.
Yeah, I've come full circle. So
how you
15
doing, man?
years.
Everything good?
I'm doing good. Everything's good.
You glad you made the decision to be a reporter in life?
Oh, yeah.
You like it?
I love,
This is what you live for.
This is what I live for.
Right.
I mean...
You're an excellent
I like unraveling the mysteries, whether it's fun mysteries or whether it's serious.
Right.
Well, shit happens.
That's right, Tim.
It's all the same, but I can say on the record I've never seen any place like this place.
That is some job. Well, thank you, the great John Leiberman, who obviously...
He's gained a lot of fans with his coverage of this story.
Yeah, people respect him now.
Yeah.
This is the biggest story Leiberman... This has put Leiberman on the map.
Somebody said to me, what does he look like? They were saying that the guy before him, I forget his name now.
He's the most handsome man I've ever seen.
He said, that guy was kind of creepy looking. What's this guy like?
Oh, we only hire creepy looking guys. What did he get on the ugly meter, John Leiberman? I think he scored lower than me.
Like an 11 or something?
Yeah, right. Let's put it this way. He looks like a guy that would cover a story like Tim's shit. All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back right after these
John
words.
Leiberman got 18 on the ugly meter app.
Well, actually...
18.
That's been updated, Fred.
Oh.
Wait, I'll give it to you.
John Leiberman put Tim Sabian's shit in a baggie.
There you go.
Nice.
Actually, today is John Lieberman's 1-year anniversary.
Is it?
According to his Twitter feed. Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, John got an 18.
Happy anniversary! Happy anniversary! Happy anniversary! Happy anniversary!
Indeed. All right, we'll be back right after these words.
He was so angry. He goes, I'm done with this bullshit. But he's like, he really yelled at Jason. First of all, we went 2 days last week, right? You got to do a fucking show about what happened during the week. But I mean, it's Tim's first pitch. But I said that to South but you didn't shit all over the field.
Shit all over the bathroom. I mean, in a way that is mind-boggling. I mean,
I'm afraid to see Tim. Or my boss.
Well, you're leading into my first question, John. You saved yourself by getting amnestied by Howard himself, which was a very smart move. At the same time, do you think Tim will deploy some type of passive-aggressive tactic, like give you bad assignments or find other ways to get back at you?
Well, number one, I didn't beg to go in there this morning. I wasn't, asking Gary. This was brought up. Howard brought this up. Gary brought this up. And so I just then entered when Gary told me to enter the studio. So, I'm not going to go in there, though, and not say anything. I mean, if I'm invited into the studio, I'm going to offer new information. And I think Tim has to understand that. Oh, God.
So you're literally just doing your job.
So I'm doing my job. Did I leave my mic in there?
It's right behind you on the floor.
Oh, thank you. So Greg, I mean, I think the point is this. I want Tim to understand that I wasn't pursuing this just me. I was asked to go in the studio, and when I go in the studio, I'm going to add new information that I have, which is the surveillance video. So
You know, I know he's not happy, but I wasn't. This isn't about me. This is about Howard Stern and Gary, wanting this discussion to continue. It wasn't about me.
Well done, sir.
Thank you.
Excellent job digging to the bottom.
Now let me get back to my other work. Oh, wait, an email from Tim. I should finish out my work day and then leave. Can I tell you?
Yes, Dan, you're on the air in Long Island.
Hey, Howard, what's up?
Hey.
Howard, how long do you think you're going to be in AGT? Is it just one season, or is it going to be do you have a multi?
I have no idea. I've enjoyed doing this season. The one aspect I don't like is the travel. I now have to go to Vegas next week, and that's fine. But I don't. Listen, it's fine, but it's a big schedule, and also then they moved the show to New York for me, and where are they sticking in fucking Newark? I mean, if I had known that up front, I don't think I would have done the deal.
They might as well live it in California.
Yeah, I think I could get there faster. The whole idea of shooting the show in New York was that I've got a morning radio show I got to get to. Newark's an hour away if I'm lucky with traffic. I don't know what they're doing, but they're very nice people. They treat me wonderfully. I've got no complaints. But as far as another season, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Well, if America likes it, then we'll decide.
Yeah, it hasn't happened yet.
It hasn't even happened. So.
Well, I usually don't watch those shows, Howard, but I'm looking forward to it. And thanks for me anyway. 15 years of great radio.
All right, Dan. Thank you.
Thank you.
You bet.
Bye.
Right.
What was about the other 15?
Well, he's only been listening for 15, I'm assuming, or we had 15 shitty years. And,
I hope that's what he
I'm doing this so long. Took Will Murray an hour and a half to get out of Newark after a Nets game last week. Can you imagine me? I finished that taping at 10 o'clock.
And you're not going to be the first to get to leave.
No, I gotta. By the time I get out of there, what Will?
It was one of the most frustrating experiences of my life.
I mean, they think...
And you're, like, in the same place that he's going to be, right?
I wanted...
Yeah, right there.
There is such a great studio in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Right over the bridge. They got in Brooklyn. They got this place called the Ship something. I don't know.
It's that shipyard.
Yeah, shipyard.
Something.
They got these big,
Ship
luscious
terminal.
studios there. They could have built the AGT studios.
And you'd be home in 20 minutes. I'm telling you, it didn't move. Like 2 blocks, I could have literally crawled quicker than it took me to drive.
Well, I got news for you. I'm judging from Brooklyn, or I'm judging from Silver Cup Studios. It took you how long? An hour and a half?
An hour and a half to get out of town.
That's what I mean. I can't do that.
For a
I got a
shitty
job.
Nets game.
I got a fucking job, Will.
Your crowd's going to be bigger than this.
A Knicks game or a
Nets?
Nets.
Like nobody
No one
cares
even
about the
goes.
Nets.
How could they have traffic at a Nets game?
The players.
Oh, what they did to me. What they did to me. I said, you're going to Newark. No. That's another whole... That's a whole other country over there. That's like going to the Poconos.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
Can you helicopter?
No, I'm not helicoptering at night.
But that would be like 10 minutes.
I know. I'm not doing it. I don't want to die for AGT. You know, how fucking dumb will I feel?
Oh, no.
And then you can take the PATH train every 10 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, man. Hey, Ronnie, realistically, how long is it going to take me to get out of Newark and get home? 10 o'clock at night. 10:30, 11:30. I could maybe... I won't be in bed till noon, until
What
midnight.
time does the show end?
Ronnie, seriously, give it to me. Give me the straight fucking answer.
It's hard to say, depending if they're doing any kind of construction at night. You know, at the
My
tunnel
luck, they'll be
or
doing
whatever.
plenty, yeah.
Without if there's no traffic at 10 o'clock at night, it should take 45 minutes. But
when is there no traffic?
Yeah, it should take 45 minutes.
But it'll be an hour.
Going there
at least.
That's what
that'll be a big problem. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll have to leave 2 hours early because you'll say, well, what if there's traffic?
Yeah, well, they'll probably want you if it's an 8 o'clock. It's live at 8 o'clock. They're probably going to want you there at 6, right? For makeup and hair and all that.
Well, that's right.
So
in
you're
the
going to be
middle
leaving
of
right in the middle of rush hour.
Yeah.
I want to hang myself.
I was talking to Will. He was just talking about it. He said it took him forever to get to Prudential, which is right near this other thing.
I have to leave now for July. I mean,
you know where you run? I'm sorry. You know where you run into trouble, and I don't know why. This is either the George Washington or the Lincoln Tunnel. Sometimes at 10 o'clock at night for no good reason.
Right, traffic.
All
Construction.
All of the easy pass lanes are not open.
Not only that, they close a tube also.
Yeah, they'll just close a tube. Like I've been at the George Washington Bridge at 11 o'clock on a Thursday night, and for some reason there's not enough lanes open. Just they don't. I don't know whether they want to hire more people.
All I know is I had discussions with these guys. They were talking about Silver Cup, which is 10 minutes away,
right?
Or the place in Brooklyn, which was about 15 minutes away, 20, right?
And
how long to get to that Brooklyn joint?
It depends, 15, 20 minutes.
Right.
And to get back at night, it would be a breeze.
Right.
At that hour of the night.
That's what they were talking about. Then what happened? Who the hell knows, Robin? You're a newswoman. Please find out.
Well, those are two perfectly viable places. Where
One of them they said they couldn't get the place in Brooklyn. It was way more money.
Something with sound. What was booked?
It's
soundproofing or something?
It's so crazy because, first of all, the mayor of New York City, Mayor Bloomberg, loves to bring business into New York. He would have talked to them.
Yeah, they didn't try everything they could. I think they were in a rush.
Oh.
You want to try to book the mayor on the show?
No, it's too late.
Yeah,
we're
they've
going
already
to Newark.
set up.
And I got nothing against Newark because it's just damn far away. It's too far. Oh. What am I going to do?
I don't know, man.
You're going to sit in traffic. That's what you're going to do.
Well, what am I going to do? Yeah, I got a radio show to do.
And it's two nights
there's
a week?
There's no reason to stay there. It's stupid.
Yeah,
but you got to be there in the morning.
Right.
Is it 2 nights a week?
Well.
Like you have a live show and a results show?
There's a Tuesday night show and a Wednesday night show.
Night's
Wednesday
2 hours.
night's no problem. It's the Tuesday night.
It's the Tuesday night
It's from 8 to 10.
Concerned about.
8 to 10 o'clock. If I'm lucky, I'll get home by midnight.
8 to 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 to 10.
Wow.
And
we're up at 4 in the morning, so I'm gonna be wide awake
and
for that.
The Wednesday night show is what, 9 to 10, right?
Yeah. It's always 10 o'clock that we get out.
Well, yeah, but Wednesday you don't have to get up the next day.
Right. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, but you're still going to be fried because you got to be doing a radio show Wednesday morning.
I know.
After having a late night Tuesday night.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm not too psyched about that.
Maybe you'll get used to it.
Yeah, Ronnie. You got to figure out a way to first. We have to have a police escort. That's all.
I remember when we did the pay-per-view thing there a long time ago.
Yeah.
The Newark cops were really cool.
Yeah.
If you remember, they got us out in like 5 minutes.
Did they?
Yeah, maybe they can figure something out.
So I'm going to try and make some connections. We got time. I'm going to try and see what I can work out.
Well, all right. Get on that, Ronnie.
Maybe you'll like working in Newark if they're...
Ronnie, buy an ambulance, and then let's turn it on.
Well, that's what I was thinking, that maybe you could buy something with a bed in it, and you could just sleep.
Can you imagine? Yeah, an ambulance. Ronnie could carry me out with another guy on a stretcher. Yeah, because it's going to be 2 hours getting back from Newark. Oh, my God. Yeah, just leave me in the stretcher. And then when I get home at midnight,
you're going to be
I'm going to be right in bed.
Yeah, sure.
Sal and Richard went on the street asking people about Dick Clark, and then, they were trying to make a joke about, like, do you miss Dick? Do you love Dick? And all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's why they get paid the big money. And they went out on the street and asked people, and this one angry lady was, like, so angry about me when they brought up my name, and I went, gee, I haven't done any Mel Gibson type stuff.
What's she angry about you for?
She just doesn't like me, my reputation, thinks I'm gross. The usual stuff.
What did you love most about Dick?
Dick Clark.
I loved his friendly disposition. He seemed like someone that was approachable.
So are you a huge Dick fan? Or?
Not real. I wouldn't say I'm a fan. I don't follow him.
Now, being that you're not a huge Dick fan, would you say then you're a small Dick fan?
You're funny.
No.
Yeah. How about we say his name, Dick Clark fan? That sounds more appropriate.
Yeah, she's not a 2-year-old. She got it right away, you guys. Are you a small Dick fan or a big
huge Dick fan?
Or a huge cock fan?
How did you feel about Dick's stroke?
I personally feel that the way the questions are being asked, how did we feel about the incident that happened to Mr. Clark?
Do you think Howard Stern would be a great replacement for Dick on New Year's Rockin' Eve?
Pardon my French, but hell no. That man's insane. The man's just psycho. Have you heard him? Like, half the things that come out of his mouth are 100% bullshit. Second along, perverse and
bullshit? What does she mean by
She doesn't listen.
disgusting, and America's already corrupt. Do we really need to hear someone that's even more corrupt listening to them babble on public radio? Hell, if someone wants to hear someone babble on, put me on public radio. I'll babble on for hours without putting all the corruption in America like that man does. I will honestly say I'm probably a much better entertainer than Howard Stern.
Wow. Well, then go prove it.
Why isn't she
on the radio?
Yeah.
Go get millions of fans.
He's grotesque. He's vile. He's just inconsiderate. He
All I know is I'm listening to this rant. I'm ready to turn it off.
doesn't have any emotion in him either. Everything that he just says words. He doesn't really have a meaning behind it. And I'm like, you're not really an educated person. You just got a mouth and you use it.
But if you don't like his words, do you at least like his looks?
No. His hair looks greasy.
Greasy?
His forehead's funny.
Do you realize Howard is a host on America's Got Talent?
I like that Richard and Sal don't even know that I'm
You're
a
a judge, not the host.
Do you like the Howard's at least a host on America's Got Talent?
Why? He doesn't have talent. If America has talent, then why is he the one judging the talent? I don't believe in watching TV unless it's something funny, and that's not funny to me.
What's the difference between Howard Stern and Dick Clark?
Dick Clark was a wonderful entertainer, whereas Howard Stern was flat out Dick.
I never think of Dick Clark as an entertainer.
This woman is just trying to put you down in every way she can.
You know, the only guy I read, like Dick Clark, yeah, I know. Dick Clark died, and, someone called me from some newspaper asking me for a quote, and I was like, yeah, Dick was on my show many, many times, and he was always gracious and lovely, and we had a good time with him. I mean, what am I going to say? I don't really know the guy. But I liked him personally when he came on the show. It was a lot of fun.
Sure.
He used to call in all the time. I don't think he ever...
He always called in with these strange things he was promoting. Every once in a while it was like something like the American Music Awards, but sometimes it'd be like one of those... vacation properties in Vegas or, some kind of new battery. I was like, what in the world is he doing?
Yeah, I mean, amazingly, he was into everything. But the only guy I saw who wrote, I think, a fair assessment, and it was somewhat negative, was Bob Lefsetz, that guy, that email newsletter I get. Because, one of the things I used to talk about is that Dick Clark really wasn't so beloved by the rock and roll community.
No.
Musicians did not love Dick Clark. I've been reading a lot of horseshit comments about how Dick's going to be missed and all this stuff.
Well, there was a lot of what he did for rock and roll.
Yeah, and I remember, I think it was George Harrison. I'm not sure exactly. But I remember reading there were a bunch of musicians who were very upset with Dick Clark because what he would do is he'd take all their music from American Bandstand and sell it. He'd make them sign a weird release where he could somehow own their music.
Well, whatever that performance was, he owned it. Yeah.
Yeah, he owned that performance, and then when George Harrison said to him, "Don't you think the artist should get some piece of that?" and Dick was kind of like, "I don't think so, pal." So the rap among some musicians, not all musicians, but the rap among some musicians was that Dick Clark made his empire off of their hide, which wouldn't be the first time that a business executive figured out how to take creative people and fuck them over. But Dick was an entertainer in the sense that he was an excellent game show host, and he made people feel good. He was a good host. I mean, I enjoyed him when he was on our show.
Yeah,
we had a lot of fun.
bloopers, bleeps, and blunders. He started that whole thing, and he caught on to the award show craze and created a couple of those.
He was an entrepreneur. He was a guy who understood what people liked, and I will miss him. I like Dick Clark a lot. I thought at the end that him doing the New Year's Rockin' Eve after his stroke was, and I think Bob put this in his column, I'm not sure if it was him or not, but someone did, it was like unbelievable narcissism. It was like enough, like you really don't need to be on TV.
Do you
anymore.
realize even before, we talked about that, it looked like he had plastic surgery.
Yeah.
And a couple of days before he died, he had surgery on his eyes, like he was going to keep going.
Did he really have surgery on his eyes a couple of days before he died?
And he was supposed to go in for another one the day after he died.
He wanted plastic surgery so he'd look younger.
No, it wasn't. I think it was cataract surgery or something like that. But, this guy was...
Well, that makes sense.
Down for the count.
Oh, I thought you meant he had, surgery to make himself look younger or something.
No, but he had plastic surgery.
Yeah.
That was obvious from the last appearance on
He loved
New
being
Year's
on
Rockin'
camera.
Eve.
He loved being on camera. But, for me, Dick Clark represented a type of broadcasting I was never really happy with. But as I've gotten older, I understand, there's a place for all of that. Not everyone has to be outrageous. Not everyone has to be the maniac that I am. You know what I mean? Like he did a fine job of going on and doing his thing. Kind of like Ryan Seacrest. Everyone says, oh, well, Ryan Seacrest is the heir apparent to Dick Clark. And, I don't know about that. I mean, what has Ryan Seacrest done except host American Idol? And he does have a radio show. He does
now
well.
produces some TV shows.
Yeah, he produces some TV shows. I know he wants to be Dick Clark, and maybe he will be. I don't know.
And he hosted New Year's Rockin' Eve.
If Dick Clark's legacy is he understood how to be bland, then Ryan Seacrest is the new Dick Clark. And Ryan Seacrest has said, I'm happy with that. I want to be that. He's a pleasant-looking guy, a nice-looking guy who, can go on TV and, be an announcer. I guess if I was really good-looking, which I'm not.
You wouldn't have this personality.
Yeah, right. I would be like, I'd be a guy on TV going, hi, everybody.
Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we'll miss Dick on our show because...
Well, he hasn't called in years. We haven't heard from him since,
since
he
the
had the stroke.
You can understand why.
No.
Me neither.
So, do you have kind words for Dick?
I love Dick. That's it.
Yeah.
Dick Clark, that is.
Yes.
Okay.
How fond are you of Dick?
Well, New Year's ain't gonna be the same.
How did you feel about Dick's stroke?
I was like, oh no. See, now you know what that made me think of? It can happen to anyone.
Right.
At the end of the day, we're just human.
So are you a huge Dick fan? Or?
I'm a fan, yes.
Are you a huge Dick fan or were you a small Dick fan?
I mean, I'm a huge Dick fan. Absolutely.
Do you think Ryan Seacrest will do as good?
I don't like Ryan Seacrest. He's a little too arrogant and stuck on himself. Never be Dick Clark because he comes from a different era.
And who's more talented, Ryan Seacrest or Howard Stern?
I put Howard on it. Let Howard do his thing. Me and Howard are more close to the same. I don't like Ryan.
Do you find it racist that Don Cornelius of Soul Train wasn't honored the same way as Dick Clark?
I said that to myself this morning. First thing that came to my mind when I heard the news on 1010s this morning was, okay, Dick's gone, but then they didn't give Don Cornelius this.
Is it a racial thing, you think?
Of course.
Media in America has always been racist. Being a born Afro-American, obviously, I have my point of view on it, and I live this. I don't make it up. There is a double standard, sometimes triple.
Triple standard. Guy's got something. He's right.
A triple standard?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's just because he said he wanted you to be on New Year's Rockin' Eve.
Well, I'm siding with this guy. He's my man. Sal and Richard made a phony phone call to where else? Where do you think they made a phone?
Tradio?
Tradio. I said to Gary, do those guys ever make any phony phone calls to anyone else but Tradio? It just seems like...
Did everything else dry up? They used to use, those cable access shows and other kind of radio shows.
I know.
Hey, the guys, Sal just said to me, listen, it's not Tradio they called auction radio.
I know, but...
It's the same kind of deal.
What happened to you guys? You don't make any other...
Well, guys, they're going to come in. Together, of course.
Oh, I didn't want him to come in. Richard, what goes on?
We turned in a Jack and Rod last week, and you didn't like it.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
With Richard Simmons.
Yeah.
It just seems like this is what we're best at, the Tradio stuff.
All right.
We've been turning in a lot of non-Tradio, but it just seems like you like these ones a lot better.
Hey, I was listening to the phone call your dad made to you. Why does your dad get? Why would your mom want to shoot a chicken for going in her flowers? I mean, the chicken is just being a chicken.
Well, they're supposed to know better, I guess.
They are?
Really?
Well, you got to hear this. Here's Richard's father calling with yet another update, which I love. But this one I really didn't understand. Let me find it. Take me a second. Maybe I didn't bring it up.
I mean, chickens have personalities and stuff.
Yeah, but
But that doesn't mean they understand English.
Gary, where's the chicken call from?
Gary, page 1, upper right-hand corner.
I'm having trouble.
Oh, Rich, this is your dad. We had some more excitement around here this morning. I was in the other room. All of a sudden, your mom started yelling words of gun. She run and got the gun and run outside. And I said, what the hell's going on? And one of that young rooster was in her flowers, up in her flower box, scratching. She was going to shoot it. She run out there with the pistol, and it run and went under my car, so she couldn't shoot it because there's a car. So
more fun on the farm.
And after that, well, the rooster I need to get rid of anyway because it's a young one. He's tearing my hens up. You know how young cocks are. But anyway, he's tearing the hens up. And later on today, we had heard the dogs barking, went down there, and they had a damn armadillo. We don't need them things around here. They tear up everything, yard and everything, so I had to do something with it. So we had all kinds of excitement today, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Like your mom and dad were on a killing spree.
Right, yeah.
So did your mom kill the cock?
No.
No.
But your dad
They're going to get rid of it, though, because it's tearing up the chicken.
They'll probably trade it to somebody for like a hen or a couple hens.
Well, don't they need roosters to make more?
Yeah, they have older roosters that behave, I guess.
Yeah, see, the young ones, they're rough on the chickens, it sounds like.
So weird, like, mom's running around with a pistol.
She's grabbing guns to shoot chickens.
Oh, there's guns everywhere.
It's like the Beverly Hillbillies. How many guns do you think they got over there?
Oh, my dad's got a big gun cabinet full.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
It's a whole different way of life, man.
Gun rack in the truck and everything.
Right. Yeah, he's probably...
So there's guns everywhere.
He's probably one of those guys, if he hears a guy's running for president and wants to take away guns, you probably fucking go berserk, right?
Well, that's how they get a lot of their food is from
kidding.
guns, I mean, I grew up shooting a shotgun. I was like the skeet shooting champion in 4-H when I was a kid.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Look at you. Good at something.
Yeah.
Now you're calling Tradio.
Oh, I did that back then, too.
Yeah.
We had a local Tradio in Kansas when I was growing up. We used to prank, Some things don't change.
Right.
You've come full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Richard. And what was the armadillo? What do? They tear stuff. So what'd your dad do to him?
They dig around and stuff. He probably just shot it and took it somewhere. But
Yeah, he didn't tell us how he took care of it.
yeah.
Can your dad eat those?
No, they. I think they carry leprosy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you're not even supposed to be around them.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, Richard, this is your dad. Just got leprosy.
From the armadillo.
Ate some leprosy.
Yeah, just ate the armadillo. Knew I shouldn't. It's all right. Talk to you later, bub.
But that's a new thing, I guess, because of global warming. We used to never have armadillos, and now they're coming up north, and you see them a lot further north than
Hey, Richard, this is your dad. The finger just fell off.
Oh, look at this. I'm looking up armadillo leprosy.
Wow.
Armadillos linked to leprosy in humans.
Hey, Richard, I'm mailing you my nose. It just fell off. Made some jerky out of it. See how you like it. I think you'll like it for my leprosy. It's a whole different thing.
in the studio between you, Fred, Robin, and Gary, who would have the most highest IQ if given a test?
Fred.
Out of those people who has the highest IQ, I think it would be either Robin or Fred. But
no, I think Fred.
Fred, yeah. Fred's
I don't
really
know.
smart.
I think it'd be really close between Robin and Fred.
I don't know why Fred didn't do better in school, though. I mean, like, he went to a shitty college.
You know, a lot of times really smart people are bored by school. Einstein didn't do well in school.
Were you a straight A student in high school?
I did enough just to get by, is what it was. I never cracked a book.
Did you take the SATs?
No. I had no intention of going to college. And what's funny...
How'd you go to college?
You know what I did? I had to take some test to go to even community college, and I remember taking the test, and recently, it's funny, I don't know why, I wrote the college, they said they threw out all the records. I guess it was too long ago. They said it wasn't the SATs, they said it was some sort of test that you take, and I gave them all the
Why did you want the records?
Just for curiosity, because it's always coming up on the air, and I said, who knows, what did I take? Did I take the SATs? So I wanted to know.
Why don't you take the IQ test so we can measure what you are? I mean, I have the impression you're very intelligent, but were you good in math at school?
I wasn't great in math. I'm actually better now. Probably English and like social studies and
maybe you
history
got him
and stuff
beat.
like that.
I don't think so.
You're pretty smart.
Robin's very smart.
You won Jeopardy.
Oh, please. I won it once.
Well, all right.
It was the buzzer.
Maybe Fred isn't that smart.
I'm
no,
not.
Fred's very smart.
What was that school you went to?
Well, there was two.
That's what I mean.
None of them are Ivy League. One of them was Manchester Community College.
That sounds like a shitty school. Go ahead.
And the other one, which actually became a university after I left, Western Connecticut State College. Became a university.
I'll admit I'm a moron. I had to go to moron college. In order to go to BU, I had to go to College of Basic Studies because I was such a moron. I'm willing to admit that. But
I wouldn't underestimate you at all.
Oh, no, I'm an idiot.
Stop
But
it.
I'll tell you
he
what.
has this feeling he's an idiot. He's not an idiot at all.
You don't know. I'll tell you how dumb I am, okay?
Oh,
I'll
here
admit
we
to you.
go.
No, I'm going to tell you how stupid I am. I'm going to be honest. So, I take a chess lesson, and I keep track of the hours. Sometimes the lesson could be an hour. Sometimes it could be 20 minutes. I don't know. So, I wait about 2 weeks, add up the hours that I've done, all the minutes, and you have to write down the minutes, and then you add it up and you put it into hours, and you pay the guy, right?
Right.
It took me over a half hour to add up minutes. That's how bad I am in math. And I wasn't even sure I was right, and then I have Beth check it.
But math may not be your strong suit.
Well, this is simple addition.
You're adding up,
simple addition, Fred.
There's 60 minutes in an hour.
But I think
it can't be that difficult.
But I think in anything linguistic, you're probably a genius.
No, I don't think so.
I think you are. I think you downplay.
He's very smart. His problem is that he went to really poor schools.
Well, yeah, I had a bad start.
And so when he...
And you also got told that you were an idiot every day growing up. That can't help you.
I was put in the fast track in school. 2 times I got put in the fast track. But then
And you were the valedictorian.
But then when he went off to regular schools, he probably was behind because they weren't covering the same topics in that remedial school he went to.
Yeah. I just figured I was a moron.
And that can happen to people. They sort of get labeled because of the situation they're in.
I was very dopey.
But you can't let that hold you back.
And my father told me every day I was a moron. And then an idiot and dumb.
That's because he knew more than you.
Yeah. He was very proud of the fact that he knew more than a 5-year-old. I told you not to be stupid, you moron.
I guess it's not uncommon. I was watching a Yankeeography of Darryl Strawberry the other day, and his father told me he was an idiot every day.
Well, he really is
never
an
would
idiot.
amount to anything.
Darryl is an idiot.
Well, he was a good ball player, though.
I'd be really interested to find out what the intelligence level of...
I think Fred must have a really high IQ. I think Robin, too.
I don't know that I have all that
I think
high
it was
in
tested
IQ.
one time.
I just had an aptitude for
It was
school.
somewhere between 135 and 148.
That's genius. That's genius level.
I don't know if that's even...
Isn't it sad when a genius goes to Manchester Community College?
How do you think I felt being in that town surrounded by everybody else? There was nowhere to go.
You were like in prison.
Exactly.
Do you want to take
It was
an
like on
IQ
Devil's
test?
Island. No, not really. Not at this stage of the game. I'm probably lucky if I get a 20.
But you do want to know. You have a curiosity.
Nah, I don't really want to take it. What if I find out I'm really stupid?
So what?
Nah, I don't want to do that.
What's the difference?
It's the only thing I have left.
Fred, honestly, I think you've got a very high IQ.
What if we test you?
This could be the president of Yale on the phone.
What if we find out you're a genius?
If I was a genius,
Well, he'll have to leave, won't he?
then I'd have to get a disability and hang out with
himself.
that guy who in the wheelchair.
Because based on the Tracy School of Thought, then you would have to go to a better school. Because like she even said, Gary's an Delphi
graduate. How dare he, with her 2 degrees, tell her to clean the refrigerator?
I would really love to find out who has the highest IQ between Sal, Richard,
I can tell you.
I think
What
that's a
about
race in the
JD?
Special Olympics.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna say Sal has a higher IQ than
Scott
Richard.
DePace he threw in there.
Oh, that's interesting. Sal, Richard, Scott DePace, and JD.
Yeah.
I'm going to say out of all of them that I think DePace will have the higher IQ than the other 3.
I don't think so.
No, I think JD's pretty smart,
I
too.
think JD.
No, I think Sal can beat JD in an IQ test.
Really?
Absolutely.
Why do you say that? Just because of his mush mouth?
No, because Sal
can't beat a 10-year-old.
No, I'll tell you what it is. Sal doesn't know. Sal didn't study any book stuff or this, that, or the other thing. But I think he's. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I think.
Why are you saying this? What is your evidence?
I don't know.
There is none.
I feel Sal could beat JD.
I don't.
JD can't even talk.
But JD, I think his mind races.
Yeah, he's got too many choices. Sal has hardly any.
Scott DePace seems pretty bright to me, but I
He
heard
is bright. He's misguided, but he's bright.
He went to a college that doesn't even exist anymore.
But see, I think that misguided thing is because he's not that bright. He's easily led.
That's his handicap?
Yeah.
What college did you go to, Scott?
I went to Glassboro State College. Now it's Rowan University.
They changed their name to get away from you.
That's my alma mater.
I'll be Robin in any IQ test. Bring it on.
Hey, Scott, do you think you could beat JD, Sal, and Richard in an IQ test?
Probably put together, but yes.
I agree.
But that's he thinks he's smart. That's another sign of a stupid person.
So do you.
I don't think I'm smart at all.
Everything, Robin.
I don't think I'm smart at all.
See, I think JD and Richard would be a toss for the bottom. Of that.
I think I don't know about Scott DePace. I could probably I think I could beat Sal and Richard.
Do you have any idea what your IQ is?
No, I did beat Will in an IQ test though online.
They have. Oh, you did? What was your IQ online?
I don't remember. It was back in the day.
But I got to tell you something.
I have an IQ of Sparkle.
What is that, Will? You say fuck you.
Yes, I did.
Beat you, Will?
He's bragging about this stupid ass IQ test we took online. I was hungover for one, and it was like some McDonald's friggin' retarded test.
You remember that?
Stop bragging about that, turd.
You lost to JD?
No, I'm not buying that.
Yes, he did.
You ever want to take another intelligence test against
dude, I'm
me? It's
ready.
on,
Whatever
bro.
you want. Okay.
I like this. You know what?
It'd be really.
I put up prize money.
Oh, please.
It would be really funny if we found out that JD had a high IQ of like 140 or something.
Well, it's possible. Like there are guys who, like Einstein was very poor with social skills, but turned out he was a bright guy.
Yeah.
But I don't see any evidence that JD could beat Scott DePace. I'm gonna call it this way.
JD Hawking.
I don't know why you think Scott is so intelligent.
Because
because he argues all the time?
No, because I talked to Scott, and he has, Scott's an intelligent guy.
Yeah?
You might not agree with his politics, but he's I'm not saying he's brilliant. He's not in the Fred category or your category.
He could just be repeating what Rush Limbaugh says.
I said yes, I am. I'm in the Fred category.
Dude,
I feel sorry for you.
I will take, if anyone wants to take bets on, if we do a Fred Scott versus Scott DePace, I'm going with Fred, and I'm betting heavily into Fred.
So do I.
You're all mistaken then.
Ooh, this sounds good. I would bet. You know how Artie loves to
This is
gamble?
why I think he's not that intelligent. He thinks he's on Fred's level.
Fred, that's a sign of dope.
See, I'm not even sure I'm on my own level.
I'm telling you, Fred.
I can't do it.
Fred, Fred.
If I lose to him, I'm going to feel so bad.
Fred, I'm betting the farm on you.
Nah, don't
I'm
bet
gonna
on
bet
me.
Artie's sick money.
Don't bet on me. I
Does he
crumble
even
under
want
that
to
kind of
play
betting.
Win Fred's money?
Yeah, Scott, you want to play Win Fred's money?
Because that is not IQ. That has nothing to do with intelligence. That has to do with your memory. And that Fred is there's no one better than he on that.
And I say memory is a sign of intelligence. Fred, you're my horse. I'm going with you. my day is coming. Scott, you willing to take an IQ test?
An IQ test, sure.
Okay. But I mean with a real test.
One, and no one's playing with the results either.
No. I'm talking about we'll go to a real testing company.
I'd be really interested to find out what Gary's is.
Gary, I bet she's high.
He is high.
Gary's smart.
I think he would be too.
Yeah. I think Gary, Gary will be surprising to you.
Yeah. I think he's going to. It wouldn't surprise me. It'll be a surprise to somebody else who thinks Baba Booey.
You're right. Yeah, don't let Baba Booey throw you off. But I'm telling you, I think, and you could call me nuts, I think that Sal will beat Richard. He might even beat Scott DePace.
Oh, my God.
So. I think it'll be close. But DePace,
I think Richard's smarter than
DePace
Sal.
would win. If I had a bet, I'd probably go with DePace.
What are you blowing kisses to me for?
Sal's excited that
I will smoke that bald-headed douchebag in the back.
Which bald-headed douchebag?
But Scott brings up a good point. It's not about so much memorization or history or whatever. It's common sense. It's about taking on a scenario and deducing it.
It's understanding spatial relationships in math, and it's a different kind of intelligence.
It's common sense.
Well, no.
It's
That's what he just said.
To a certain degree. No.
He did?
Yeah.
No, wait a
I'm going
minute.
with Scott DePace.
I didn't necessarily mean that.
But in a contest between you and Scott DePace, I'm going with DePace. But I think you could beat Richard.
I can't beat Richard. I can't beat Richard. I think Richard will beat me.
No, you'll beat Richard. Richard's really, really out of it.
Yeah, but Richard has
I don't think Richard has an ounce of intelligence.
No, Richard has an eccentric way of thinking, which I think assists you in intelligence tests.
You will beat him.
I don't think I'll beat Richard, but I think I'll beat
You'll
Scott
beat
DePace.
JD?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is. I think we do this, but we bet on it heavily. I mean, I don't want any pussy bets. $20. I'm talking about the minimum bet is $500.
All right.
500.
That's right. A real gambling.
See, a guy like Scott DePace won't do well because he has tunnel vision and he's ignorant and he's set on his ways and he's stubborn.
Up, Sal. You're a dope.
See, you're acting that.
Oh, you were so wrong about that. I despite the fact that Scott DePace is stupid when it comes to politics, I think he's a lot more.
Yeah, I'm putting money on DePace heavy. Yes, Fafafu, hi.
Scott reads a lot. I think he's a pretty bright guy. We looked into this before, so in order to do this correctly, these tests have to be administered off the air.
Right. That's
and
what I want.
We can get it done.
I want a real test in a testing situation with proctors and the whole thing.
We can get
I don't want any nonsense. Who can you get?
I'm telling you, Scott couldn't even understand when you were talking to him about not hitting his dog.
Oh.
I still don't, by the way.
A lot of bright guys, are dopey when it comes to common sense.
Mm-hmm.
Where I shine is common sense. Okay.
By the way, the guys in the office a lot of guys are betting on Richard over Sal big time.
And so am I.
People say Richard is like he's goofy, but he's not as stupid as you pay him.
Money talks, bullshit walks. I'm talking about big bets.
Let me
tell you something. For a minimum $500 bet, would you take Richard over Sal?
I would take Sal.
I can think about that.
See, that's see all this bullshit
See,
stuff.
I'll take Scott over either of them.
Yeah.
But Richard over Sal, that's a tough one.
Did Richard ever go to college?
Well, I'm ready to put up $500 on my boy Sal over Richard.
Well, I know Richard better than anybody. I work with him all day. I would put Richard over me.
So bet 500, but then you'll throw the test.
No, I won't throw the test.
No,
Absolutely
you can't
not.
bet.
All right. I can't
But do you think Sal's okay? So a lot of these tests are based on an IQ test is based on logic. Do you think Sal's a logical guy?
Way more than Richard. Richard's fucking nuts.
Wow.
If it's logic, Robin, with that 9/11 theory, you're out the door.
Here we go. I have no theory on 9/11.
He was brutal.
Robin
yesterday.
Quivers,
Again,
I'll take over you anytime.
Look at what he just said. There was no theory floated about 9/11. He doesn't even know what theory is.
He'll beat Richard.
Robin, 2 towers go down in New York City. Do you A, run for help, B, help out the firemen and NYPD, C, motivate yourself to lose weight?
Listen, I'm going to correct you on that. Robin's
That's
point.
how much sense he has.
All right, maybe you're right.
Let him talk. Let the man talk.
Robin's point about 9/11 is that when she heard about the plight of those people, she said, I'd be one of those people trapped in the building because I'm so sick and overweight that I couldn't help myself. That's not saying...
But do you think
I don't even know. Listen
That's
to me.
the guy you're betting on.
I'm betting on him. I'm taking it back.
I tried to have this conversation
Where's that
with
other moron?
I tried to have this conversation with him yesterday. I said, Robin didn't see 9/11 and say, let me lose weight. Something happened that day that she saw that made her think about something.
Listen, this is why this is going to be a great contest.
I'm going. You know what? I got it. Richard, $500. Let's do it.
Yeah?
I'm in.
All right.
I'm in.
All right. I got 500 on Sal.
500 on Richard.
Well,
I would
listen,
bet on.
there's
I
other
would bet
people.
on Sal.
And DePace, I'll bet DePace could be.
There he comes.
Look
Look at the way
that's
he
who you're
walks.
betting him.
Oh,
That
my
guy can barely walk. He's barely upright.
There's my horse.
Your horse has a broken leg.
Why do you walk like that?
Walk like what?
Like you're retarded. You think you could beat Sal? There's no way you can beat him.
If I can't walk right, I don't know if I can beat Sal.
Richard, you don't have any weird rash going
All
on or anything, do you?
No,
Something's
what?
going on here. I saw that yesterday,
Yeah.
too. So this 2 days in a row he's walking.
He's walking like he's got a rash, like he's got a ball rash.
What's
I
going
have
on?
a zit on my ass, but no, I'm fine. You guys can check if you want.
No, he
You wanna
walks
see?
that way every day.
All right, here's another bet. $500 minimum bet. Scott DePace versus Jason.
Oh.
I take Jason.
I got to
Jason's
go
very
with
bright.
Jason.
Just so you know, Howard, we did an online one, and I beat him very badly.
Right, but the online one is not a very good one. We're going to do a real one. And you might have. I would take Jason.
I would take DePace. 500.
Jason's saying that's not true, by the way.
What, Jason? Jason. Oh, here he comes.
I had a scholarship to go to college, by the way, Howard. I don't know if that
I
matters.
think Richard's very bright. I don't think he
That was
uses
hamburger
it.
you.
I didn't go to college, but I had a scholarship for
what
music.
college? Music.
Fort Scott Community College in Kansas.
Because you bang on a drum. Big fucking shit.
No, he's very musical. That's
Yeah.
often a sign of intelligence.
Do you know how to read music?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Well, that is a sign of intelligence.
Hey, Howard.
I can read music.
Can you?
Tablature. That's close to music.
No, it's not.
That's not music.
Well,
Sal's a really talented guitar player, actually.
That gives me hope. Jason, do you say Scott DePace beat you on an online IQ
No,
test?
I don't know where he's getting this from. We never took an online IQ test. I walked into the back office one time, and he goes, sit in my computer, do this right now, do this right now. Some thing was triangles that took about 10 minutes, not even. So
Right.
I don't think that's an IQ test. And by the way, our scores were identical. So
Wrong. I was 20 points higher.
whatever, dude. If you want to take a test, let's take a test. I really have no fear.
I got a feeling. Who are you betting on that one, Robin?
I'm betting Jason.
Are you?
Yeah.
I might still go with DePace.
I don't know why you're thinking that way.
I don't know. I got a feeling with this DePace that I could win a lot of money on it.
Well, he
You
would
keep
be-
riding that one.
Keep riding that losing horse.
Ride it
Listen,
right into the ground.
Scott knows a lot of stuff. He reads. He's definitely one of the more intelligent people in the office. But if you have a conversation with him or a debate and you see how he debates, you realize he's really not bright. Like, he can't take new information and apply it to knowledge that he already has and come up with some new way of looking at something or
can't
understanding.
synthesize.
Yeah, he can't. He knows what he knows,
You're
and that's
saying
it.
you can beat him.
I think so. I've never taken an IQ test before, so I don't know what's on those, but I believe
What college do you go to?
Rutgers.
Oh, yeah?
Good college.
Rutgers University, double majored, graduated
What was
with
your
honors.
major?
History and communications.
Communications. That's for morons.
I took it.
You failed in that department.
I took communications just so I get an internship here. So it wasn't that bad of a move.
Okay. I think I might still go with DePace after all of that.
Your money, man.
Go for it.
Your
because
money.
That's what I see about Scott I find.
How strongly do you feel about it? How much money would you really go on that?
I'd put $1,000 on
$1,000 on Jason over DePace.
Over DePace.
Hold on a second.
Whoa.
We got something
Give
going
me 1
on
second.
now. Even though Jason is a little
Hold on a
rat, I'm still going to bet on him.
Hey, DePace. Hey, DePace.
Money's safe, Howard. I'll kick his ass.
I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions.
Yeah.
All bullshit aside, if I go 1,000 on you, I'll be really pissed if I lose.
Yeah.
You really feel you can
I'll be
beat him?
pissed if I lose to that fat idiot.
You can do it, right?
I can do it. And Robin, I'll want a full apology from you too.
Apology? I haven't insulted you in any way.
No, after I beat him, you're going to have to apologize.
All right, I put 1,000 on DePace.
Do the Mets have to apologize to the Yankees?
Jason, you're upset that I'm going with DePace on this one?
No, listen, it's your money, bro. No, I'm actually a little bit more worried for Robin. Like I said, I've never taken this test before, but
you see?
I am. No,
You're cracking.
I'm not cracking. I'm going to take the test, and I'm going to kick ass
My
on
boy
it.
beat you by 20 points on the last test.
Oh, yes, the triangle thing from the internet.
You're believing what Scott DePace says.
I don't know. I'm going with this guy.
Go for
Howard,
it.
if I win, I get to see Robin's boobs. How about that?
But what does she get?
Yeah, what do I get if you lose?
You get the pleasure of my gaze.
Yeah, really. Oh, dude, if I win, that's all. You don't need a prize. You're just going to walk around here with an I'm smarter than Scott DePace t-shirt for the rest of my life.
Hi, Miranda. What's up? Miranda, go ahead.
Hi. Howard, I would like to give the test. I'm a math teacher.
Yeah, now, I'm going to one of these places
that
that tests kids. Like, in other words, so there can be no bullshit.
Oh, you're not going to give it there at the studio?
No. I'm going to go to a real testing center. I'm telling you. Yes, Christian, go ahead.
Hey, Howard, how's it going? I'm a school psychologist. I give these things all day. I could give you guys the kind of gold standard and settle the score here.
Well, I'm going to go to a place so there's no sort of hijinks or people saying, "Oh, it wasn't real."
Yeah, people saying it's not a real test. We
Right.
don't want any arguments.
But do you give? You know who I want you to give a psychological exam to? Ronnie, the limo driver. What kind of tests can you do for him?
I don't know if they've developed one yet.
Yeah, but I mean, isn't there like like if someone's insane or not?
Yeah, we could give them the, it's called the MMPI.
What is that?
Yeah, that could certainly measure for varying degrees of psychosis.
I don't know if you want to know the results.
Do you think Ronnie could pass that one?
No.
I say no.
But the IQ, yeah, I have the quote by a guy named Wexler. It's kind of the gold standard in IQ tests, and I give them all day long.
How long is that test?
I have an abbreviated one, probably about half an hour tops for each person. Like the real ones are about 2 hours.
John Hine was saying that he could administer the real one. That's what he used to do at his last job. But he said that those are could be 3 to 4 hours. But that is really the one.
That's the
that
gold
no one can dispute. If you take an abbreviated one, people go, "Oh, I took the short one."
Right.
There's one. You got to have the 3 or 4 hours. But it sounds like it's worth it.
So should we have Christian do
If
it,
we're
or should
betting
we?
this kind of money.
Should we have Christian do it? I mean, the guy's a school psychologist who actually administers the test.
Well, John, would John come in here? Because he's got an explanation of that there's a specific one. It's a different name, too. Okay. I've heard of Wexler.
I've heard the Wexler test, too. Hold on, Christian.
All right.
Because I just don't want
But
any
I like
shenanigans.
the independent, no caller, nobody with an axe to grind.
Right.
There's a few different, like the Stanford Binet is a test that's very popular, but ultimately, people are going to argue if they don't do well, it's the test's fault. And if they do really well,
So
clearly
that's why I'm
it's a
thinking,
clear-cut thing.
let's go to a testing center where the guys sit down, they're at a desk, there's no nonsense. Where would Christian where do you give the exam, Christian?
My office, but I could come in and you just need a quiet environment, so one-on-one situation. That's it. It's not a group administration.
Oh, you mean everyone can't take it at once?
No, it doesn't work that way.
Why not, though? Why can't you put everyone in a classroom, sit them down, give them the booklet?
And give them the time.
It's, we could try it that way, but it's more of oral responses.
Oh, it's oral.
Oh.
Yeah, I ask questions, and I record the answers.
Oh, whoa.
I did not know that.
It's not like a 2 + 2 equals.
Oh, I thought it was like a booklet. You sit there and you...
Yeah, like those standardized tests we used to take.
Some of it is, but most of it's, I ask a question and I record the oral response.
All right, hold on, okay? You sound pretty good. Hold on, I'm going to get in touch with you.
All right.
All right. Gary, take this guy's number.
Is that how you did the test?
Well, you also have to look at... No, I was in standardized tests.
Okay.
But I know the IQ test. And you also have to look at what the test is actually measuring.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why although I think Jason is more intelligent than Scott, I think Scott will definitely beat him on the IQ test. Just because of his way of thinking. Just because of his way of thinking.
Might as well write the check now.
Well, then what good is the test if he's more intelligent, but the test will be better for Scott?
Well, you don't want to get, but intelligence is a relative thing. Sal is very smart when it comes to street smarts, let's say.
Right.
But when it comes to doing math or speaking, he's not. So it all depends on
I don't
what
even
the
know
test
if
is gonna
Sal
measure.
is what you'd call street smart.
Street smart?
The street is smarter than
I'm
him.
banking on him being smart in math.
I think you lost 500.
Because he was a stockbroker.
I think you lost.
Oh, Howard.
All right, you know what we'll do? Let me take a break. We'll continue this discussion because I really want to get it on the table. Who's taking the test, where the test is going, and the betting can begin. I mean, we got to get money riding on this. This is big. Try to wipe all you fuckers out. All right, thank you, Johnny.
You got it.
All right, and so Johnny, just to get it clear, the IQ test is part verbal and also part written.
Right. You can't just go to a testing center and take it. It doesn't work that way.
Oh.
You got to be with a person.
Well, yeah, because they interpret your responses, and a lot of it is how you're coming to the conclusion of whatever your conclusion is. That's
I see. How you get
and
to
that's
the
where
answer.
my boy Jason is going to surge ahead.
I don't know. I don't know, Rob.
That guy's going to come out of there tongue-tied after Scott DePace.
You'll find out everybody here's a moron. Don't you think everybody here's secretly a moron?
Absolutely.
I think so.
Well, what else are we doing here?
Howard has money on you beating Richard.
I know.
Are you surprised?
Yeah. I think maybe Howard's the dumbest one. I don't know to vote on me, but I'll give him my best.
Yeah, you're really putting Richard on a pedestal here.
Yeah,
saying he's a pretty smart guy.
Yeah, I believe it. He's smart. I work with him. I think he's when certain things come to us, like questions about stuff, he's a lot quicker to come up with the answer, as far as history and math and whatnot, and all these any odd questions. He's real good with it. He's real quick.
How do you think you're going to do?
Got me. I don't know. I have a couple of applications for my iPhone. One's called Brain Challenge and one's called Brain Tuner. And when I'm on the subway, I play them, and I do pretty good, so you never know. I don't claim to be smart or I don't claim to be dumb. I just claim to be me. I'm a guy that whose job it is to get naked and show my cock and balls, and I never claim to be some genius or anything, so even if I do bad, I'm not going to be bummed out. It's like, I do what I do. I'm not a smarty pants.
Why do you think you're smarter than Scott DePace?
I don't listen, it sounds lame to say you're smarter. To say I don't have much respect for Scott's intelligence would be an honest answer. I think Scott is a relatively smart guy. I do think he's really good at math and spatial stuff. He's good. I see him on the computer designing graphics and stuff. I mean, that takes a sharp mind. But I don't think his thought process is exactly intelligent. And if the question is who is a better thought, this all sounds gay. Yeah, Scott's dumb. I'm smart. I'm gonna beat him in the fucking test. And if I don't, I'll feel bad for Robin. But what can I say, man? It's not me versus Scott. It's me versus the test and Scott versus the test. I mean, that it's like golf that way. And so all I can do is do the best I can do on the test and hope the numbers fall where they may.
Scott, why do you think you'll do better on this test than Jason?
I'm just confident in my ability, and I've talked to Jason. I don't get any sense that he's some brilliant guy. And when we're talking politics and stuff, he often will just change the subject. And I don't know if he's doing that to be intelligent because he knows he's losing, or because he's just an idiot. So, he doesn't come off as some brilliant guy to me.
My motivation is definitely more, I don't want to lose to Scott and then have to hear about it for the rest of my life. Because even if I lose by half a point, I'm sure I will never hear the end of it. Scott remembers this fucking triangle thing we did 3 years ago that was A, not an IQ test, B, Scott just grabbed me and threw me in front of a computer, and C, I don't think he beat me by any 20 points. But whatever, we got the test coming up. I guess we'll know for sure one way or the other.
All right, good luck, man.
Luck? Where I'm going, I don't need luck.
He thinks you won't do well because you're stubborn in your ways of thinking.
Well, that's right there is a sign of that he's not intelligent. Stubbornness has nothing to do with your intelligence. It doesn't. Logically, if you give me a puzzle, if you give me even a word puzzle of some sort to try, I'll figure it out before he will. He, just that thought, the stubbornness. What does stubbornness have to do with intelligence?
I don't know.
Nothing,
yeah.
And I don't even think I am stubborn. I just think that when I'm right, I'm not going to just change my opinion because of that idiot. Right? That's not stubbornness, that's intelligence.
I need to discuss who's going to take the IQ test, just so I can get this going.
Okay.
Because we're going to get an IQ service, and we're going to do heavy betting on it.
Okay.
Well, I think we're going to do 5 people. I was thinking Scott DePace, of course. Help me out with this, Gary. I think DePace, definitely Sal and Richard.
But
and Jason
and Scott, because they were sort of against each other, and Richard and Sal, they're against each other. And then, did you want to do JD? I can't remember.
JD was in the conversation.
JD, yeah.
So JD's in?
Yeah.
Okay. You mentioned me, but I'm not really playing against anybody.
Nobody cares about you being... Right.
But there's a lot of betting that can be. You could bet on who the overall smartest person could be.
Yeah, I think Gary would beat a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
Gary's very smart.
You think Gary could beat Scott DePace?
I do.
I think so.
I think Gary's smart.
Want to know something? Again, I'm going with DePace over Gary.
Why?
Really?
I don't know. I just feel he's more intelligent.
I think you're being fooled by his testosterone.
Exactly.
He seems to have a lot
and the
of
yelling.
He's
He
very
just yells.
confident.
Yeah.
He like I waver. Scott doesn't waver. Of course, I'm the smartest guy in the world. Scott says. So you start to buy into it.
I don't know. I just feel he.
I'd crush him. He's not that bright.
Are you sure, man? This is going to cost me a lot of money.
I think he's, probably slightly below average.
Wow.
Now he's doing gamesmanship.
All right, Gary, you're in.
I don't know if I have 4 hours, but
Well, if you weren't so busy playing Sporkle. That's Tracy informed me.
1, 2. So that's 6 people.
Yeah. Who else, Robin?
No, that's it. But I'm just saying the overall betting is who's the smartest of the lot. Then you got who's smarter, Gary or DePace? Who's smarter, DePace or Jason? Who's smarter,
Richard or Sal?
Richard or Sal.
Right. All right, I like it.
All right, I'll work on it.
And I already have a $1,000 bet with Robin on one thing.
It's Jason and DePace.
Yeah, I'm going with DePace and you're going with Jason.
Yeah.
At 500 with me, I've got Richard over Sal.
Yeah, all right, 500 with you. These are big bets.
Yeah.
I don't like to lose. Who do I have? I have Sal.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you
don't
what, though?
even remember who you have.
After hearing Sal on the wrap-up show, I'm starting to get a little nervous.
Well, this is why I couldn't believe you.
You can't say absurd.
The way he connects thoughts,
I feel like he doesn't understand Robin's 9/11 story isn't really about...
He says it's a theory.
Yeah.
And not only that, how can you dispute someone's theory?
But it's not a theory.
Or whatever you're
I don't
feeling.
know why I feel he's smarter than Richard.
I don't know why either.
He's not. I
Well,
mean,
maybe Rich,
in terms of like hijinks and things like that, Sal is like a Nobel Peace Prize winner. But when it comes to common sense smarts, no, believe
And
it or not,
who's always
I think
pranking
Richard.
who back there? If there's a prank to be pulled, it's Richard pranking Sal.
But Sal was like a stockbroker. I mean, you got to have
But
a certain
not a good
mathematical ability.
Okay,
Not a good one, though.
So mathematical ability, but it doesn't always
That's
mean
big on IQ.
It doesn't always mean
The
common sense.
mathematical ability he had to have.
Right. He took orders. Well, he should be able to quickly be able to calculate in his head if a stock went up or down to be able to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
If the number's bigger, it went up.
No, but I think there's more involved in being
He
a broker.
wasn't that kind of a broker,
No?
Howard.
How do you know what he was? You really don't talk
Because
to him.
he's the one that's out of the business.
Yeah. Did you ever see the movie The Boiler Room? He was that kind of broker.
No.
You ever see that movie?
Yeah, like a big dummy.
I always joke with Sal. He used to sell Logistics. You know what that is?
Yeah.
That's the stock they sold on The Sopranos. Logistics.
I know, and then Sal thinks the Civil War was fought after World War I, and it's like, how do you not... Like, I know...
He can't find stuff on a map?
I don't know.
It's a tough call. That's why you're betting.
And Richard does have that ability to play the drums, which I know that sounds like a silly thing, but
And he reads music. He writes music.
It's mathematical.
The things Richard doesn't know won't come up on an IQ test. He doesn't know to bathe every
I'm thinking
day.
Tommy Lee knows how to play drums.
But Richard knows how to read music. He's not just a drummer. He can write music.
Yeah. Sal, I'm losing faith in my 500. I mean, I'll go with you, I guess, but
All right.
I've got a feeling you're going to lose.
You even said Richard's smarter than you.
I said he has an eccentric way of thinking, which would certainly be to his advantage during these testings.
Mm-hmm.
See, that just alone scares me.
Where do you come up with that theory?
Well, Richard he thinks out of the box. And when you do these tests, it's all about rationalization and looking at things and deciphering what goes where. It's like with shapes and different
And you
things
give
like
up
that.
easily when you try to solve a problem.
No,
That's the other thing.
I work.
Like,
Me?
I've seen you on the air, like, just give up.
You throw me out.
No, let me ask you a basic question, but go ahead, yeah.
No, I don't give up. But the thing is, the Series 7 is one of the hardest exams in the world. They say it's right after the, what's the attorney exam?
The
LSAT.
Right. I passed it the first time
the bar
out.
exam you're talking
Yeah,
about.
after the bar. It's the second hardest, they say, after the bar.
What is the exam you took?
The Series 7 exam.
But can't you study? Like, I got a first-class radio telephone license, but
Right.
I'm a moron, but they taught me how to, like, take the test.
I took 2 weeks of classes, and
That's
I
what I
studied
mean.
for 90 days, and I got an 89 on it.
Right.
I also took my investment advisor exam, which is, I believe it was Series 35. I passed that with flying colors as well, and I think I got an 85 on that one.
See, I think he's like Beetlejuice. He knows what he knows.
Yeah, well, like, I took the written...
He's saying 89 and 85 are flying colors.
But Sal, I took the written driver's test and I got them all right. Maybe that's the same thing.
No, it's
Series 7, Howard, Series 7, I know people
who have failed. It is a lot like the bar exam. It's a very difficult test.
All right, well, I got 500 on you, and I got 1,000 on the pace.
Is it just memorization? Is it just knowing things that you have to figure out things?
There's a theory that Sal paid someone to take the test.
No, that's definitely not true. But thirdly, yes, it is short-term memorization. I have to agree with her there.
Okay.
But, hey, I passed it. I can retain information. And thirdly, I never sold logistics. That was one of Stuttering John's wacko guys. I was always successful in the stock market, and I did very well.
Right.
And I was on a smoking gun. I saw some interesting stuff.
Yeah,
about
but none of those accusations were against me.
Places you worked.
Places I worked and places I left.
But you worked at a certain type of place.
Absolutely. And whenever I sensed something wrong due to my intelligence, I got the fuck out of there. And I don't have I've worked on Wall Street for 10 years. I don't have one single complaint on my license. I've never done anything wrong.
All right. I'll stick with my Sal. I'm going with Sal.
See, he's lulling you into a false sense of security. The Series 7, there's probably a book, there are probably study guides that you can use.
Yeah, in
an intelligence test, it may require you, as you said, to think outside the box. It's basically just using the logic that's contained within your head.
I got a first-class radio telephone license, which is you have to know major electronics.
Which I'm impressed because a lot of people did fail at.
Most people fail, but I took a course in Virginia.
You still did it.
With the great Ray Gill, who got me by. He got me through. But I don't think I'm real intelligent. You know enough. I think you downplay it, but you do know a lot of shit. Not really. I just fool a lot of people.
You ever look back on that test?
Then you're good at it.
I think, what a complete... Was it like an utter waste of time in retrospect?
No, because it helped me get my first radio job.
It did.
My
Although
father
later
was right
on,
about it.
they suspended you didn't even have to have a license anymore. It's like you mailed in your name and
it got my foot in the door. That's why they hired me. Not because I was a good announcer. They needed a first phone.
Because they thought you could fix the transmitter if it went down.
They thought I could stay at the transmitter if they had a problem.
And what would have happened had that happened?
They need a first-class radio guy to stay there. You can't have a smaller license.
But could you have done any repairs?
None. But that's irrelevant. What happened was sometimes you need a first phone. You have to say to the FCC, we have a first-class radio telephone. Yeah, but they have a guy who they share with a bunch of other stations.
The only reason I laugh at this is because, like Fred said, it's all meaningless now. At the time,
it's all meaningless now, but I got my foot in the door.
It got your job.
Yeah.
And that's why you take those tests.
But Sal...
All
right, Robin, I'm sticking with the 500 on Sal. He's convinced me.
You're a brave man.
Gary, I got a bet with you, and I got 1,000 on Scott DePace over Jason.
You know who
is there other bets?
Tons of bets, but we got time.
Who's smarter, DePace or Sal?
Well, according to Tracy today, with her degrees and Gary going to Adelphi, how about Tracy versus Gary?
I don't know. I want to
let that cool off.
I want to let that cool off a little.
I don't think we're ready for happy hour part 2.
Ganji and Goodstein?
Ganji and Goodstein. I don't think anyone cares.
Nobody cares.
Ganji and JD. I don't know. You think JD would be smarter than Ganji?
I was wondering if JD isn't the smartest of the whole lot.
I'm wondering.
I'll take that bet.
Who's smarter, Will or Jason?
You're saying, okay, you want to bet on who's number one?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me think. I might go with my boy DePace again. I could win a lot of money with this fucking guy.
All your eggs in one basket.
I know, but that's how you win big.
Or lose big.
Yeah, you spread it out, you break even. I'm looking to win money.
Let me think about that.
You're saying JD is smarter. You're saying JD is smarter than Jason and DePace.
I'm not necessarily saying that, but I do think JD's smarter than DePace.
Oh.
Wow.
How dare you?
Hoo-ha.
What the hell is that?
How much you want to go on that? I'm taking that one.
I'll do 500 on that one.
Wait a minute.
Is anybody else getting into this?
I want Robin in this IQ test.
No, why do I have to be in the IQ test? This is just me betting.
She'll beat you. Robin can beat you, DePace.
I'm not taking any test.
My money's on Robin. I'll go with...
I'm not taking any test.
You should do it.
I'm just betting.
All right, what is the $500 bet?
The $500 bet is that
JD will beat Scott DePace.
is beating Scott DePace.
JD you say JD is smarter than Scott DePace. Okay, you're on.
All right, so I got
that's a
1,000
tough
on
one.
Jason.
I understand DePace being insulted.
$500.
That's all
I got $2,000 on this whole IQ thing going down.
500 on JD.
Wow.
Beating.
All right, I got a good one for you.
What?
This would require we have to get them both tested. Gary the retard versus Wendy the retard.
Oh,
Gary.
Wendy.
The smarter.
Who do you say, Gary?
I said Gary.
You say Gary?
But I'm
taking Wendy in 2
I'll
seconds.
take Wendy. Heartbeat.
I'm taking Wendy over
Yeah,
Gary.
she could spell red. Didn't he have trouble with red?
I don't know. Hey, what is it, Ralph?
Can I play Gary?
Yeah. Sure. I'll bet on that one. You say you're smarter than Gary?
Yeah.
Let me think if I would take
Unfortunately, Ralph, there's no points for arrogance.
Are you no?
Let me think.
And you think the pace is going to be Jason?
Yeah.
Based on what?
I just have a vibe.
He's got a feeling. He's going with his gut.
Ralph, you think you're going to beat me?
Well,
Gary, you think you can beat Ralph?
I believe I can. I think
it'll be close, but I think I'll edge Gary out.
I think I'd bet on Gary on this. Anybody
I'm
taking
betting
Ralph?
on Gary.
I'm betting on Gary.
All the way.
Wow.
Yeah, Ralph. Nobody thinks you're that bright.
No, that's good. I like that. You're all going to lose their money.
You want to bet on yourself? Take a bet with Gary.
I'll bet Gary.
Well, how much would you go with him?
$500.
Would you, Ralph? $500.
$500?
Yeah.
Can you cover that?
What's on the test?
I'll tell you what. Let's do better, Ralph.
What?
Let's do better. An iPad.
An iPad? No, you're paying for big money. I want to see you fuckers
That
really.
is big. That's more.
That's bigger.
How much is an iPad?
The one I want, about $800.
Gary's a glutton. He's got to get the most.
We'll figure it out.
All right, let me understand something. Are you guys going to bet this?
Yeah, $500. I will beat Ralph on an IQ test.
Ralph?
500.
Well, look whose confidence is shaking.
Yeah.
The only reason I don't know
Not a big talker.
The only reason I don't know that I want to do this is because I'd like to get the check this fiscal year.
He's got to put the money in escrow.
Okay.
He's got to put it up before the test.
I don't want the check he gave John for his wedding.
I don't know if I want to make money off it. I'm doing it for entertainment purposes.
This is it.
Me. I have to bet on me?
Yep. Because I want to see you put your money where your mouth is.
Nobody believes that you can beat Gary.
Well, yeah, and you guys can all bet against each other. Yeah, when two football teams bet, they can't bet on each other.
I don't have anybody to bet. I believe Gary's going to beat you.
Right, you're the only one who thinks you can win.
Oh.
Yeah,
Don't you understand? See, he can't even figure this out.
Which makes Gary a dunk shot for sure.
I don't know. I have to think about it. 500 is a lot of money.
Okay. Goodbye. Boy, that shut him down.
Yeah. He doesn't even believe in himself.
No,
all right, let me ask you something. Who do you think's smarter? Lisa G. or Steve Langford?
Langford.
You think?
Lisa G.
I say Lisa.
Lisa G.
Yeah?
They're both smart.
Now you got it. Now you got a horse race.
See, the problem is just because you think somebody's smarter than the other person doesn't mean the other person's dumb.
Not smart.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. Who wins?
Steve.
Lisa G.
All right, who wins? Ronnie, the limo driver, versus JD?
JD.
I think Ronnie wins.
I think JD.
JD.
No, I think Ronnie wins.
JD.
Let me
Well,
ask
then
Ronnie.
we can bet.
Hey, Ronnie, get in here.
That's a good one.
Who do you think, Ralph?
Probably JD. I don't think JD's stupid. He just can't.
He doesn't seem that bright.
No, he just can't articulate. I mean, when you text with him, he's like very bright.
Yeah, he is bright. I don't even think Ronnie can text.
Is that a sign of intelligence?
Although Ronnie texted me the other night, he was pretty good.
See?
I looked at some sample questions or whatever, and these questions are meant to confuse you. So I think I can do okay.
Ronnie,
I
think you could
I'm
beat
naturally
Ronnie.
confused.
What are the
Ronnie?
sample questions?
I think you could beat Ronnie.
I don't know.
All right,
Hey, Rombo.
Can I give Sal a
You
sample?
think you could beat JD in an IQ test?
I don't even be bothered with it.
He doesn't. There's something
You're not
going
up to
on.
it?
He doesn't.
Nah. He's afraid?
He's not afraid. He's.
Are you seriously? Get on that mic. He's sticking with those glasses. Are you afraid?
Sticking with those glasses.
Are you afraid? Ralph said your glasses are no good, by the way.
These
I don't
aren't
care.
the same
You know what?
glasses,
Leave me
though.
alone.
I just said they didn't
you
look right.
said leave me alone. Be out there and leave me alone. Just leave me alone.
All right. Would you
I
be?
don't wanna, I don't
I'm
wanna,
thinking
I don't
about
wanna
putting some money on you.
Yeah. Give me a psychological test better, right?
All right, you want that?
No, I don't want that either. I'm not,
All right,
I'm
who's
not doing
crazier?
it. I'm not doing it.
You wouldn't pass the psychological test, would you?
I'm not doing it.
You don't want that.
I'm not taking it.
You won't take the psychological
Yeah, everyone said
test?
if I find out the results of the psychological test, I won't
You'll
even
have to get
I won't
Ronnie
even
out
be
of
around
here.
Ronnie.
Yeah.
I have my
Right.
suspicions.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't think you'd pass the psychological exam.
Probably not.
I think you'd flunk.
Probably will.
Well, let's find out who's crazy.
The tester will run out of the room.
Then this whole room should be taking it then.
I'll take a psychological exam, if you will.
I don't care.
Bet you I beat you on that.
I don't really care.
I bet you I'm more sane than you.
What is beating you?
What? Beating you?
I bet you I'm more sane
You're
than you.
as angry as I am.
No.
You're an angry person. You admit it.
I'll take the psychological exam if you will.
I'm not taking it.
See?
He yelled at me for just touching his shoulder.
Dude.
He yelled at you for touching his shoulder.
I tried to give him a pat on the shoulder, and he.
No, he has this habit of touching people. I don't like it. I don't like to be touched like that.
I'm telling you, man.
I gave him a
You're gonna.
Oh, you like being touched, okay?
I'll take the
Oh, give me a
psychological.
break. You won't even shake somebody's hand.
I'll take the psychological exam if you will.
I'm not taking it.
And we'll go head to
I'm
head.
not taking it.
You beat a pussy.
Whatever. I don't care, dude. I'm not taking
You
it.
should take it. I think Howard would beat you.
I'm going to beat you.
Good. Beat me.
You think I'm
Dude,
crazier?
I don't care.
You think
I
I'm
don't care.
crazier than you? I'm not talking about IQ. I ain't taking that either. I don't want everyone to see how stupid I am. I can hear you on that one.
Okay.
I don't think you're going to do
But
that.
the crazy test.
The crazy test, I'll go head to head with you.
I know what my IQ is.
What is your IQ?
128.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's right.
There's no goddamn way.
That's right. That's
You're
right.
saying your IQ is
That's
128.
right. 128.
He is good with directions and stuff. I got to say,
Directions?
that's an intelligence.
Not really.
Yes, it is.
I've driven with him, and he takes the worst route sometimes.
Yeah, okay, Ralph. You. Oh my God.
You could put this guy anywhere, and he could figure out where he is. That's intelligence.
Well,
See?
you just have no.
You can do
I'm
that.
not bright.
if
I
you
bet
have
you
a
Ronnie beat
compass.
me on an IQ
What
test.
are you talking about?
See, I
Ralph?
think you do better on an IQ test than you would a psych exam. Psych exam is going to throw you right in the mental hospital.
You might get locked
Whatever.
up.
I need a rest.
You shouldn't be afraid of the IQ test. I'll tell you what. I'll put money on you over JD. Now you reminded me you're smart.
I'm not taking it.
You're
I'm not
saying
taking
you
any
got an
test.
IQ of 128?
I'm out there to stand outside. I don't want to be bothered with any of your tests.
I bet you I can beat Ronnie in an IQ test. Definitely.
All right, how
Why
much?
can't you take the crazy test?
Yeah, how come? Something happened.
Because
When
he
you-
passed it already. How about if you take it with me?
I'll take the
Okay,
crazy
the
test.
three of us.
Crazy.
Three of us, and I guarantee you.
Who's crazier?
Listen, I know you from back when. You remember that.
Right.
I
I'll
remember,
take the
I'll
crazy
make you a
remember you
deal.
from the red when you drove a red Mustang.
Ronnie, I'll make you a deal right now.
What?
Me, you, Robin, take the psych exam.
Right.
I beat both of you. That I'm more normal.
Oh,
Yep.
that's what you're saying? I have
And
no
I'll
worries.
say this.
I have
He
no
might be more
worries.
sane than you.
Between the two of us, the three of us, I'm the sanest person here.
Oh,
I'm the
please.
sanest person.
Let's go.
Give me a
I'm
break.
the
Robin,
sanest
you will
person
flunk.
here.
Give me a break.
I have no,
No way.
doubt in my mind.
I'm going to say this. Ronnie will be the most crazy. You're going to be the second most
No,
crazy.
I'm not
and I'm going to come
staying
out
up
smelling
at
like
night
a rose.
worried about Dancing with the Stars.
Hey.
Neither am I.
I am.
How's that crazy?
That's not crazy.
How's that crazy?
Hey, maybe I would flunk. I wonder. Let's take it, Ronnie. Me, you, and Robin.
Come on.
Come on.
That'll be fun.
Let's do it.
Maybe none of us will get to leave after we take the
Come on,
I'll
Ronnie.
do it.
Don't
I'll
be
do
a
it.
pussy.
What
Don't be a
brings you in
pussy.
here?
You know what I'm
What do you
thinking?
have to do with
You know
this?
what I'm
I'm
thinking?
smarter than you.
You know what I'm
But
thinking?
what does this have to
What?
do with you?
You know what I'm
Why
thinking?
are you here?
Ronnie, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking I might come out the worst.
I'm thinking that none of us might be allowed to leave.
See, I think Ronnie might be crazy, but what if it turns out I'm crazy?
You're crazy. Get
My
over
psychiatrist
that.
won't even let me out of the office.
Get over that. You're crazy.
But
The
you
three of us
function-
are taking it, Ron.
You function well with your craziness, though.
I don't know.
None of us are dysfunctional.
Maybe I'm so
Not,
Ronnie's
not
getting
really. You
there.
don't spend all day with
See,
him.
I thought Ronnie might be crazy. Now I'm wondering who's crazier, Robin, Ronnie, or me.
Well, that's why we're taking the test.
But my money's on Ronnie being craziest. But I'm probably wrong.
I think that.
So you're acting
I
all
don't know.
normal
You
now.
could edge out Ronnie.
Oh, if I do,
I'm
I
not acting all normal. What do you mean? I'm acting the way I always act.
No, you're not. Sometimes you get crazy.
What do you mean? Oh, because I yelled at the guy on a wrap-up show?
That was the least of it.
The guy was an idiot. Did you listen to the whole thing? Fuck that piece of shit. Shut him off. Exactly.
Rambo.
Oh, fuck him.
Me, you, and Robin. We're not taking the IQ. We're taking the psych exam.
Should we
What
throw
is
Fred
it?
in there?
I don't know. What is it?
That guy called in this morning. He said he gives psych
No, we're
exam.
going to a professional.
This guy said he was the psychologist.
We're
guy.
going to
Called
a
in.
hospital.
I don't think
We'll
Ronnie
know.
said-
Hospital.
We'll
We're going to a
know
hospital.
Because
What if we
my-
take it and they lock us
that's
all
what I'm
up?
saying. They won't let us out.
I'll get my guy to come in here and do it.
Who's your guy?
guy?
He's a psychologist.
But does he give the exam?
I'll ask him.
No. We're not taking your guy.
Why not?
No, we're
He's
getting an independent
paid
guy.
by you.
So what?
Right.
Don't you
Ronnie-
think Ronnie's
What
just
about your guy?
I don't have a guy.
You need one.
All right. This is a side thing now. This is getting out of the IQ area.
Into crazy.
But do you think you have an
Side
IQ of
bits.
128? You know that's near genius.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
It is.
it is. You don't have an IQ of 128.
I did. I do. The last time I heard, that's what it was.
Wow.
Whenever
I've
it
seen
was,
you try
going
to think.
back.
Heard.
I've seen you try to think and nothing happened.
Yeah. Okay. I have a lot of common sense, believe it or not.
You asked him who the guard was in London a couple of weeks ago. Remember that? He had no idea.
But
The
that ain't
who?
IQ.
The guard.
Yeah. Remember, what was that? What was that reference you made, Howard?
You sure it's 128 or 12.8?
Okay,
Howard, what's a
Benji.
sample IQ question? Like, what kind of question?
Like an IQ question would be.
one.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to give you a series of numbers, Ron. Are you ready?
Yeah.
And just give me the next number that comes. 8, 4, 2, 1, 1/2, 1/4. What's the next number?
I'm done.
I know it.
What?
You know that already, Sal?
An eighth.
Is he right?
He's right.
Yeah.
He's going by half.
Sal, I'm going to make a fortune with you.
You bet your sweet ass you are.
I had that too.
What? How much money do I have on you?
500.
That was a very simple question.
It was?
Yes.
That would have taken me a month. Did you know that, Ronnie?
No.
Yeah, I mean,
What's another
Was
question?
it as simple as Pond, Robin?
Hey, Ralph.
Like you know what that director's name was.
I know you got it wrong.
Ralph, did you know
didn't
that
know
answer?
it either.
I did.
You did?
I did when I was writing it down. I didn't. I wrote down 8.
Hold on.
Anyway,
We're
128.
not doing this now. We're gonna
128
have
is very
standardized
superior intelligence.
It
It's
really
right
is.
below
It's
the
above
genius
average.
level.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not a genius, believe me.
You're not.
Nobody
I know.
will dispute you there.
Give him another one. I couldn't even answer that. I fucking flunked this thing so bad.
You could figure it out if you wrote it down.
I don't know. But I'd use up all the time on the test.
4-hour test.
Yeah,
Okay, ready?
It would take me 4 hours.
Wow.
All right, you ready?
Go ahead.
A train travels 20 feet in 1/5 of a second. At the same speed, how many feet will it travel in 3 seconds?
You got that, Ronnie?
20 feet in 1/5 of a second.
1/5?
20 feet in 1/5 of a second. How many feet will it travel in 3 seconds?
Do you know?
3 seconds, you said, right?
Yeah,
How many feet?
Sal, don't blurt it out.
I won't.
Wait,
I don't
3
know.
seconds?
Yeah.
20 feet. 3 seconds, 20 feet, huh?
You don't know, right? I don't know.
Isn't it like 300?
That is correct.
See, Fred's going to win everything on this.
Because you have to multiply
Kind of a thing.
1/5 times
By
20,
Right.
and then you take that factor and
Times
you
by
multiply.
60
By the way,
seconds.
did you know it, Sal?
Yeah.
Because Richard knew it right away.
I said Richard's very good. Very good.
The Kansas
I'm
Central
gonna
used
win
to
a lot
go
of
through
money.
my
Sal,
I'm gonna win a
town.
lot
Did you know that right away?
Yeah, I pretty much did it the same way Fred did.
Okay.
But
I got it, but I had to write it down.
I want to bail before
I'm like Ronnie. I didn't get it at all.
But you can use paper on it.
And neither did Robin.
Oh, you can. You can use paper.
Me, Ronnie, and Robin are sticking to the psychological exam. We don't want to be ashamed of our IQ.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
We'll put our crazy up against
All right.
anybody.
We're going to find out who's the craziest. Me, Robin, or Ronnie. And with the IQ stuff, and by the way, I will bet that Ronnie's the craziest. Although I could
We're
be.
betting on
How much
ourselves.
do I get if I'm not the craziest, huh? I'll be
bet?
like everybody else
Well,
around
bet
here.
on yourself.
Want to bet on me? Want to bet with me? You think you're more sane than I am?
Yeah.
You really do? You
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
put your money where your mouth is?
Why not?
Look at you.
Then go for it. That's what you'll win.
Name an amount.
500.
Okay.
All right.
I say
You think you're more sane than me?
Just because he's smart and he's got a radio show doesn't mean he's not crazy.
No. I know he's crazy.
All right.
I said, do you
But
think?
you're crazy too.
Who? Him.
Ronnie.
Oh, of course he's
I'm not crazy.
I'm just betting he's crazier than
I'm
I
just
am.
angry. I'm just angry. I'm not crazy.
You're crazy.
No, you're
No, I'm not
crazy.
crazy.
I think
You
you're
don't even
crazy.
know you're
No, you
crazy.
both are crazy. Believe me.
Yeah, Robin's crazy.
Robin
Do
wins
you
this
think,
hands
hey, Ralph,
down.
do you
Listen,
think
listen.
Robin is crazier than me?
I don't know. That's tough. I think actually Ronnie's just angry. I don't think he's
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm angry. Dude, I don't get in the car in the morning and talk to my phone and then throw it on the floor.
Yeah.
But that's the psychological exam.
Right.
In
that's
other words,
crazy. I
no.
think you beat Ronnie.
No, Ronnie's nuts.
I don't know.
I've seen him up close. I'm telling you, there's something going on in there.
Ronnie's got things.
He's got issues.
You know what? You know what? I will take that bet.
What?
I'm thinking about. I'm thinking back of a lot of shit that goes on in that car. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take that $500 bet.
But
You're
see,
on,
You're
pal.
nuts.
But see, Ronnie, the problem is Howard's smart, and he may be smart enough to outsmart the craziness. Like he'll lie.
Supposedly, you
I
can't
don't know.
like when you think you're outsmarting them, you're not.
You're doing the worst.
Hey, Ronnie has 18 animal tattoos. If that ain't crazy, I don't know what is.
No, I don't.
That's bad.
I don't have 18 animals.
I don't know,
He
man.
likes bad art. That's
Ronnie
all.
has bad taste.
All right,
He
listen,
wins there.
wait. I'm running out of time, so I want to get this settled.
All right.
You, Robin,
Yes.
Ronnie, and me are taking the psychological exam to
That's
see
right.
if we're sane. I
And
say,
you're saying it in me too?
Yes. I'm
You're
saying
gonna
it to
you're gonna
both
put
of
up
you.
500 also?
Sure.
All right.
whoa, let me get on this. What is this?
He says he's saner than me and you. He's got
I don't even
500
know.
with you,
Between
and he's
you
got
two?
500 with me.
Between Robin and Ronnie, I don't know who's more insane.
Thank you very much.
I don't know.
You think you're going to bullshit your way through the psychological test? You're not.
Who? What?
You're not.
Bullshit.
Right.
Exactly.
Bullshit.
Same way she bullshitted through that other test. All right, listen to me.
This ain't Jeopardy, Robin.
$500. You're saying you're more
saner
sane
than you.
You say you're more sane than I am. Easily
Absolutely.
500 on that. I'm taking me.
Absolutely.
I'm taking me.
I will shave my head if she's more saner than you.
Okay.
I
More
swear.
saner.
You are going to blow
You got
more
money
sane.
on
Whatever.
him in the
Even-
IQ contest.
Aye.
Good for you.
I'm telling you, she's going to blow both of you away in the dust.
I feel like I've got about $25,000 on the line on all
Robin
this
is
testing.
completely insane.
And Gary, I want testing done on a professional level. I don't want to see some bullshit. I'm talking
I'm
about
going to
IQ.
do some investigation. I'm going to find the
All
right
right.
stuff.
Can I bet?
And you see the guy standing behind you? He's crazier than all of you. He's a fucking mental case.
Who's that, Ross?
Ross.
Ross is crazy.
Throw him in the mix.
Didn't even have to look.
I didn't even look.
You know. All right. Go talk about Springsteen for 7 hours, the two of you.
Can I bet Gary for 300
On what?
on me and him?
Okay. Gary, you'll take it?
He's down to 300? Yeah, okay. Let's put some money in.
I'll take Gary over Ralph any day. I'll put money on that.
That'll be great.
Gary will beat Ralph.
Yeah, but it's got to be fair, man, with this whole thing.
What
You can't
thing?
have some guy come in here that's,
No.
that's
We're going
that's
to
going to favor you. You know
we're
what I'm
going
saying?
to a testing
Like,
center.
that usually happens.
You're paranoid. I told you.
I'm
you're
not
insane.
paranoid.
We're going.
I know the way you operate.
No, we're going to a testing center.
General Stern's show, remember?
No, you see, that's what I mean. You're
But
crazy.
that's anger.
I'm not crazy.
That's anger.
That's just anger. That's not
Dude,
nuts.
I'm not even picking the guy. Gary's going to a testing center.
Well, Gary's your right-hand man, so
Oh,
I got to
boy.
watch out.
Well, I'll tell you what. You go find somebody.
No, let's have somebody like Tim Sabian pick
I'll tell you what.
somebody.
I'll make you a better bet. We all check into Bellevue. Let's see who gets out first.
There you go.
Guarantee you they ain't letting you out.
That's a good
anytime
one,
soon.
Benji. I like that one. That's a good idea.
Benji?
Yeah, he wrote that.
What the? Get the fuck out of here.
He's really
You're really
crazy.
paranoid. You're really crazy.
He's writing up a storm over there.
He's writing, all right, but he's writing to me that you're nuts.
He's writing 2 salads and a bale of strawberries.
All right, listen to me.
All right. Whatever.
Goodbye.
See you.
All right, how much money I got with you? 500?
500 and 500 with her.
All right.
Now, between you and me, you think you're saner
I thought
than
I
me?
bet you on that already.
I don't know. Did we?
We better go back and listen to the tape.
The bets have been flying.
I think I'm way more sane than you. I will bet
Way more
any.
sane.
I'll bet any amount of
I
money.
don't know how this is calibrated because we should have odds.
You're definitely
Will
better.
you beat the spread?
Well, you were better than you were. I mean, you were really nuts, but you're still nuts.
Oh, please.
And I'm sane.
No, and you're broken. You can't even get fixed.
No, you know what I am? I'm neurotic, but I'm sane. You're insane.
I'm neurotic, but
No,
I'm sane.
No.
No.
You're insane.
No.
But not
you
neurotic.
are insane.
You're not neurotic.
You are insane.
But you're not neurotic.
I am too
And it proves you're
I'm
insane
neurotic.
because you think you're neurotic. You're not.
What are you talking about?
You're not
don't know
neurotic.
me.
You don't
How
have
dare
neuroses.
you? How dare
You get on a plane.
That I can do.
But you can't eat food, Howard.
That's not neurotic. She's nuts. She's brilliant, but she's nuts. And Ronnie is kookier than anyone on the planet. Ronnie should. I think after these tests, they will try to have him locked into a mental institution.
Who do you
That's what I
think is the craziest person there?
Ronnie.
No. Forget everybody. JD.
Ronnie.
Ronnie.
All right.
You think Ronnie beats them all?
Yeah.
Glasses.
I got money on it. I don't bet easily. You know I don't like to gamble.
Yeah, but between you and me, did we bet? I don't remember.
All right, let's right now. What do you want to bet on our sanity? I say I am now in a psychological exam. Can they say who's more insane?
Well, that's what we're betting
Okay,
on.
so
Yeah. What do they measure that at?
I don't know. Same way IQ. We don't know it, but we know there are tests.
I'll say he has a diagnosis.
Look, if they gave us the exam to be a police officer, you know, that's like there's a psychological exam. There's also an intelligence thing, but a psychological exam. I'm telling you, I would come out the best. Ronnie would come out the worst, and Robin would be somewhere in the middle.
No.
And you know why you?
I would come out the best.
You're crazy because you think you would.
I know I would.
You wouldn't.
They'd make me a cop in 2 seconds.
No. You could never be a cop.
You think I would flunk?
Oh,
You think
please.
I'd flunk the psychological
The
exam for the
psych
police?
test, yes.
You're insane.
I think you
You're
might
crazy.
make out Robin.
No. So
He
bet
will,
it.
he will.
Put your money.
He will.
Put your money where your mouth is.
I don't know. It's a horse race there. That's a tough bet.
No.
Because you're both pretty wacky.
Look, I never had OCD.
OCDs, neuroses.
But didn't you used to scream and yell at people who?
Yeah. She was
I had
nuts.
anger issues.
Right.
Well, hey, put your money. Let the betting begin.
Sounds like
I'll bet you $1,000 you're more insane than me.
You're on. You're on.
There.
There you go.
People betting.
All right, betting right for now is closed today, and we'll get as we get closer to the exams, we'll take more bets.
We'll lose more money.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Break.
I think we need Las Vegas to get in on this.
All I know is I just made myself busier with these tests.
I know. When are we going to have time? How long is a psychological exam?
I don't know, but I'm going to do it because I want to see Ronnie get in there. I want to beat his ass and your ass.
Well, good luck to you, sir.
Are there different tests to take for, like, the police officer?
Yeah,
or...
there's a psychological exam for the police force.
I'd be kind of interested to see if he could have been a cop.
I guarantee you couldn't. The question is whether Robin and I could be cops.
Well, at least I was a nurse. Somebody was trusting me with something.
Nobody tested you.
They didn't have to test me psychologically.
Even the angel of death became a nurse.
What? Oh, stop it.
What's up?
I passed the police test.
What, the psychological?
No, I never got that far.
Exactly.
No, I never took it because I was going out with this girl at the time, and we got engaged, and her parents didn't want me to be in a cop. They were rich. They had a lot of money.
Right.
Okay? So instead, they wanted me to come into the family business. So I passed it up. I never went for the psychological. I had taken the written test.
Thank God you
knew
didn't take
better. You knew better.
Let me tell you. I'm going to beat you. The betting is on.
We'll see.
He's crazy, I'm telling you. I got my suspicions about him.
I've been watching him. I got my eye on him.
I've been watching for 20-something years.
Robin is going to win the most insane, whacked out, completely out of her mind psychological exam. Robin's going to win it, hands down.
And would you say, why would you shave your head if what happened?
If Robin doesn't win as the nuttiest one, I'll shave my head.
Really?
I'm that convinced.
Wow.
She's completely nuts.
The word around here is that you might be...
The word around here?
That you might
mean
be...
the word in there, Chris?
Yeah, that you might be smarter than Scott DePace.
I don't know. Maybe. I doubt it, but we'll see.
You don't think so?
I'm very, low self-esteem, so I don't necessarily think I'm the smartest guy. I think I'm pretty, knowledgeable about certain things. So.
But you're up for taking the test?
Sure, why not? I've already lost any dignity I had in every other aspect of my life. Why not just lose my, dignity and my smartness or whatever, knowledge. And Ronnie, I'm not sure if he, he's angry, so I don't know if it's fair to say that he's insane. I don't think that'll apply.
I'm not insane.
No, he's
I'm
not.
angry.
He doesn't stick coffee in his ass. He doesn't go hand gliding. He doesn't have these, illusions of grandeur.
I'm too smart for that.
Yeah, to go racing, car racing.
No, that I do. Car racing, I'll do.
Yeah, but you do it as a hobby, but you don't. All of a sudden, not out of the blue, you have this desire.
She's never done it in her life.
Right.
I've done it.
Right. He doesn't go to L.A. and wrap himself up in tortilla shells and sweat shit out of his body.
No.
He doesn't drink green stuff.
No. Maybe I shouldn't have Tim Sabian pick the guy that.
He knows that Frank DiCapra is not Pon. So, Robin is the dopiest. Robin is without a doubt the craziest one. No doubt. Hands down, Robin. Crazy. Right?
Whatever.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hello. It's Baba Booey, Gary Dell'Abate. And on Monday's wrap-up show, we talked about our big guest of the day. Lady Gaga was in. She gave a great interview. She performed and sounded amazing. We discussed that. And we also discussed how High-Pitch Mike was in my office trying to get into the moment while everybody was throwing dildos and fake penises at him. So it was a big discussion of the wonderful guest, Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga in today, and I guess my question to you guys would be, was it the person that you expected during that interview? Because she was very candid about a lot of different things. I didn't realize how talented she was musically until today. I'd heard her do stuff on piano before, but when you hear her do it live in front of your face, it's pretty compelling.
I thought today was one of the best sounding performances we've ever had in the studio. There was something about the way they put whatever effect on her voice, and it wasn't an effect to make her sound better, it's just to soften it up a little bit. But the way she played, the way the piano sounded, the Steinway piano sounded, the whole thing, I was blown away by how good the performance sounded.
I guess we got to give Scott the engineer some credit. He gets all the flack when it goes wrong, so kudos to Scott for getting that right.
The other thing is, kudos to Scott. And the other thing is, I was really struck by, when a guest comes in, there was a lot of hubbub about, talking to our people and talking to security and doing walkthroughs about which way she's going to come in. But at the end of the day, none of that really happened. And when you go in when somebody like that comes in, sometimes you go in and there are people like, oh, you can't come in, and they can be very yes or no. I found her to be very personable right away. And I don't think she knows who I am from a hole in the wall. But,
well, you know what was a cool thing during the break? She said she used to watch the show, I guess when we were on E! Or maybe even the CBS show. She said as a kid growing up, she would watch the TV show late at night and get in trouble from her mom.
And she said that the only way she could watch the TV show was to watch the late one, which... the show was on at 11, and it rebroadcast at 2 in the morning. And she said, I watched the 2 a.m. one. And my mother would be, are you watching Howard Stern in there? And she'd be like, no.
Now, and she even said, hey, I'm feeling kind of starstruck, which I know she was being kind of sweet and
no, but she did say that.
Yeah.
Before she came in, though, Gary, Howard accused you of sending every gay staff member in to meet Lady Gaga or have the chance to meet Lady Gaga.
All I said was, there's another gay staff member here who would like to meet Lady Gaga. Because I was told that. And, in fact, he pretty much said that on the air because he's never in during the show. He came in today because he wanted to meet her. And then when he got on the air, he sort of reeled the whole thing in. And I wish Howard would have spoken to him because he, to me, is one of the great untapped guests in the show. Don't you agree?
Well, do you think he sandbagged you there a little bit?
He totally did.
Yeah.
I think he didn't want to come across as like, oh, I'm like every other gay guy. I have to meet her. But he wanted to meet her.
Yeah, we're talking about Chris from Howard TV. But the other gay guy who was dying to meet Lady Gaga and eventually got his dream fulfilled and reduced her to tears was High Pitch Mike. And Mike, I know you've got your concert T-shirt on, and this meant a lot to you. Yet during the interview, it seemed like you were getting some of that bullying that Lady Gaga always referred to, always refers to.
I was trying to watch in Gary's office, the
oh
monitor,
God.
and everyone's like in the middle of her performance. Everyone's like trying to shove bananas in my ear and dildos in my ass, and it's like this the one. You do it any other time of the day, but like what? You have a legendary musician here. Like, let me enjoy the moment.
I was sort of torn by the whole thing because, first of all, it was all going on in my office, and I was sort of sitting trying to, the performance was sort of moving, and I really wanted to watch it. And they were annoying the shit out of me, but then there was like a penis on the floor, and then somebody kicked it over to hit Lisa G in the ankles.
Could you tell whoever was doing it just stop because you were seriously trying to pay attention and this meant a lot to you?
I was trying to, but I don't think they got it.
Because you don't think they meant that maliciously, do
No,
you?
but I mean, like if Bruce Springsteen was in the studio, like I don't think anybody would bother Gary. If
well, in all fairness, if Bruce Springsteen was here, nobody would throw a dick at me either.
True. I mean, I guess it comes with the territory being gay, but
Why was it so important for you to meet Lady Gaga?
Because, like I said in there, the music is fun. It's a great concert to go to, whatever. But if I think of myself 15 years ago, there was no Lady Gaga out there. There was nobody telling you, you know what, it's okay if you're gay. Don't listen to the people.
See, I have a question. Isn't that sort of what Elton John has always said?
Yes and no. Like, I mean, in the 70s, wasn't he married to a woman? And
but that was you probably were barely born yet.
Right.
As you were growing up as a kid, Elton John was already out and was one of those people. Remember, he gave shit to Eminem,
Right.
and then they made up and all that stuff. So there's been other people who've had that attitude.
But even him, to an extent, he's very flamboyant. And for people in the Midwest who think every gay person has a lisp and flamboyant and dresses so fancy, it's Gaga's. You hear her story and you know she was a kid in high school and she was unpopular and this and that, and people relate to that, and then they see where she's come up the ranks and changed. I think she's changed millions of people's lives.
Hey, I know, Mike. I know you're sincere, and it was a great moment. But it just hit me like it sounded like you were giving her some credit about like being brave and coming out. Were you even aware of her when you came out?
Her first single, Love Game came out right about the same time, around October, November of 2008. So, like, she was kind of in the club.
But she wasn't the reason that sent you out of the closet.
No, not her per se. I mean, it was a lot of, some of the stuff here and some of the stuff with my mom. And even Howard getting married was like, and my parents' 40th anniversary. It was everything combined. It wasn't just one thing.
But it almost sounded like you were giving Lady Gaga more credit for you coming out than Howard.
Oh, no. I don't think for coming out. I was saying for changing the teenagers and the young kids out there who don't know how to deal with being gay.
What did you think of that message she was sending today about, like, don't do drugs, don't have sex when you're at a young age?
It's smart stuff, like I have nieces and nephews, and I don't ever want them to get into drugs, and you could say she's contradictory because she smokes pot or whatever, but everybody has a vice, and I think she's being as honest as Howard is with everything in his life. They're two equally iconic figures, and both of them kind of tell it like it is.
Were you tearing up at all today?
I don't think today. I think in the concerts I've teared up. A lot of things get me to tear up, but not just watching her perform. It's the fact of what she's doing.
Hey, I thought Mike had a point, Gary, and maybe I can ask you, like, historically, like, sorry,
that's
is today the fame she's at right now, is she the most famous guest we've ever had on, you think, at the height of the fame?
It's funny. I was walking my dog last night. I was talking to my neighbors, and I said I had Lady Gaga coming on, and they said, "Who's the biggest guest you've ever booked?" And I said, "She might be it." I mean, we've had Letterman on, we've had Billy Joel on, and Billy Joel is very important. I guess Lady Gaga's a bigger deal for me to get because Billy came on, I felt, because of his friendship with Howard. Like, I didn't nag the shit out of Billy Joel to come on. He just said he wanted to. So I'm trying to think, who would you say? McCartney.
McCartney's a pretty big
McCartney's
guest.
the biggest guest, probably. Yeah,
but I'm saying at the height of their fame.
Yeah, I think you may be right.
Well, right. In other words, saying that you have McCartney on when he was a Beatle would be the equivalent of having Lady Gaga on now.
Even as big as those people are, still, when she walks out of here, there's 200 people in our lobby downstairs that have stopped working and are camped out waiting to get a glimpse of her. Then you have the 500 people outside and press and everybody waiting to get a glimpse of her. And none of that happened with Letterman or Billy Joel.
This is our second time here, when she came for the Gayle King show, and Shirley's absolutely right. I've never seen anything like what goes on when she comes around.
Yeah, they are absolutely lined up. Mike, with respect to how she was with Howard, was that the interview that you thought we were going to get today, or did you show a different side of her?
Coming in beforehand, Howard's going to get something that no one else has gotten.
So what did he get today?
Well, the Blackberry songs, for one.
Yes.
Like, she said she didn't even want to play them. She's like, I don't want to. You don't want to hear this. And he's like, no, play it.
Yeah, the second she took the phone out, it was, all right, these are going to come. It's just a matter of Howard, getting her to do it. And yeah, that was an exclusive.
And then even the sex talk, it's Howard's turn. You have to ask about your sex life. So,
and I was sort of amused that she was sort of annoyed by this sex talk. I thought she would have been open for anything. She's like, because what would happen if she tell a story about her grandfather, and Howard goes, "You think he'll ever go with chicks again?" She's like, "Where the hell did that come from?" I had a thought. I forgot what I was going to say. It'll come to me.
Well, her fans. I mean, like Mike was saying before. I mean, there's cult-like devotion there, and I had seen her, I guess, on the web sit at a piano and do paparazzi or something like that. But again, that's you're removed from it. You're watching on the computer. But when she sat down in front of the piano and sang both of those songs, look, you may not like the music. I understand that, but you got to respect the fact that she's got the talent.
And that was a thought that I had. Howard asked her, "How did you decide what kind of music you were going to do?" She said she was influenced by rock and by this and by that. And when you see her sit at the piano, he said, like, "Why did you go into pop?" And when you see her sit at the piano and sing the songs, like, she could have put out an album and been like Tori Amos, which would have been critically acclaimed and nobody would have bought.
And she was also never wavered from her pursuit of music. And granted, she did different styles, but she said, she was bussing tables. She was doing whatever she had to do in order to succeed. And with that training that she had, she was smart enough to get that persona and break through. And both Howard and Robin were asking her, is Gaga going to go away? Are you going to move on to the next kind of thing? And she said, no, it'll always be with her. But I don't know. I have a feeling down the road you may see her stripped down.
Yeah, John's convinced that in like 5 years she's going to release an album called Here Comes Stephanie.
Yeah, he's convinced of this 100%. I was going to say that in this day and age with music, everybody is so overproduced. Everybody, the production value. I mean, there's no real singers out there anymore. So it was refreshing to hear her at a piano, nothing else, and singing. I was blown away. I never really listened to her, so I didn't know what to expect.
John and I talk about this all the time, especially because John's worked on all the music specials. And we always sit down and compare notes, like who are the people that come in here at 8 a.m. and knock it out of the park?
Yeah.
And it's not a lot. And I said, I've always been surprised by how people can't sing at this hour. And once in a while, I'm surprised by how people who are supposed to be able to sing can't sing at all.
Right. And she was just powerful as hell today, man. It was impressive. And the other impressive thing, real quick, is she's telling this heartfelt, story about bullying and her thing, growing up and all the shit she got for it. And here we are chucking and gluing dildos to high-pitched Mike while all he wants to do is just watch this song. I mean, The Office, it was like 2 shows going on.
I know. I was a little annoyed by the one going on in my actual office.
Well, you should blame Mike. He wouldn't move. That's where the action was.
You know what would be great if, like, during the break, she's like, these goddamn fags.
Hey, it's Sal Governale, and on Tuesday's wrap-up show, things are seeming to be a little strange. Seeming. Huh? Howard accused me of not properly spelling semen. I thought I did it right, but I got a little bamboozled. I got thrown for a loop. I try to explain myself, and as usual, I put my foot in my mouth again. And on top of that, Scott the engineer, one of the hardest working men on the show, takes credit for putting the piano together and the mix for Lady Gaga. Is it bullshit? Well, that's a stupid question, but see for yourself.
Let's get away from that for a second and talk about Sal's spelling. Now, we had speculated that Sal misspelled this word, but we weren't sure quite exactly how it came together. So you should explain that really quick.
So I get in a Monday morning, and the guys give me little Post-its, 2 songs, Gary Page, 1 in yellow, Robin songs or whatever. So I see it. I get a note that there's 2 songs, and when I go to listen to the song, I see that it says something like, I hope you're loving my seeming. And I go, well, that's weird. Then I hear the song, and I see that the song, the word that's being sung is semen. So I said to Howard, somebody doesn't know how to spell the word semen. I'm pretty sure it's Sal. So Howard says, well, you got to be sure. So Jason goes to Sal and Richard and says, hey, because the only way to know is to see the original email from Little Mikey. So Jason goes in to ask them for it, and they get very defensive right away. Why does Gary need to see it? What's going on? What do we do wrong? And Jason's like, nothing wrong. Gary just wants to see it. He's just curious about it, whatever. Then they went the whole rap like, well, we get a lot from Little Mikey. We can't, because we weren't even asking for that one. We said, just give us the ones you got in the last few days. So finally, late in the show, it gets forwarded to me, and I see that Little Mikey spelled it Seamin. And
right.
So now I have determined that that's how Sal thinks it's spelled, but he knows it's wrong. He's now added the G. And so once I see that, I came in this morning, and because yesterday I said, I think Richard and Sal know about it. I don't think this bit's going to work. This morning, when I saw that Sal had added the G, I said, I think it's going to work.
And before Sal even walked in, he's like, I'm in trouble. What did I do? You immediately assumed that you were on the hook for something. You didn't even know what it was.
Always. I'm always in trouble around here. So it was relieving to know that I wasn't in trouble. But it's either one fuck up or another. So this one wasn't that bad.
Now, why don't you just admit that you don't know how to spell semen?
I do know how to spell semen. When Howard said Little Mikey song, and I spoke to Gary in the morning about the semen song, and I forwarded it to him, and I thought that Gary wanted it for personal reasons. I go, did you get that song?
He did. He said, why did you send it to me in the morning? And after I already knew the answer, I go, I just wanted to check, and there's something I wanted to hear. So I never discussed the spelling with him in the morning.
Yeah, and I never caught on to it, and Jason asked me to forward it for Gary. And I had yesterday I worked on some stuff that I forwarded to Gary as well for personal reasons, so it all made sense. Right. And I was just like, oh, why the semen song? So that was it. And then when Howard called me in, he said the Little Mikey song, and I remember it was seeming.
But that's not what Little Mikey wrote.
I could have sworn he did. I went back to you're right, he didn't, but I swore I saw that fucking G there.
Because that's what you see in your head, because that's how you think it's spelled.
Maybe.
That's how this whole thing works, Sal.
I don't think that's the case. I'm going to disagree with you there, Gary.
Do you know what?
I know I'm not the brightest guy in the world. I don't know why that fucking G was there, but I saw that goddamn G.
Sal, when Howard asked you to spell it on the air today, you spelled it wrong.
Well, I wasn't sure. I always this is the weird thing. Here's how I rationalize it. I spell things wrong from time to time. And when he called me in and he said Little Mikey, I knew I spelled it Seaming. So when he asked me, I go, am I right? Am I wrong? Let me gamble here. with the 3 brain cells that are left in my head and spell it the way I remember spelling it on the Little Mikey song.
So, but Howard asked you how it's spelled. That's how you think it's spelled. Because if Howard said you're not answering what you wrote down, you're answering how do you think the word is spelled.
This is how I think. I thought it was spelled, and I said it on the air, Seamen. But then when I got Mikey's with the G on it, which I added in, which I thought, I go, maybe I've been wrong all this time. So then Howard calls me on the air and says, Little Mikey song, spell it. And I go, let me go with Little Mikey. I trusted Little Mikey's ability to spell better than mine. And I said ing, and I totally fucked it up. But in my opinion, before all this, like I said on the air, I thought it was Seamen. And
how do you spell it now?
Semen. I hope. Semen.
Well, which one?
Semen. I'm going for Semen. Final answer.
See, he's got a great move. When Howard asked him how he spelled it this morning, his voice was very tentative. And then what you do is you half throw it out there so that you can almost say that no, that's not what you heard, and you look for people's reactions.
Absolutely.
And then a lot of times you jump on the one that we go, that's it. You go, see, I knew it.
I jumped on the ing. That was the one I went with. I said, let me go with Little Mike.
I loved your logic about then. It was like, well, when you run, you've been running. So when you semen, you've been semening.
Yeah, so technically,
You even laughed at yourself for that.
Yeah, Howard lost it on that one. I go, I can't defend myself on that. That's
the kind of logic you use when you used to sell stocks.
Absolutely.
And from here, I could see that bracelet that you got.
Yeah.
You're telling me you didn't know until today that's a permanent bracelet?
Here's the funny thing. I've been fidgeting with this bracelet for the past week since I got back from Italy. I can't get this fucker open. And the first thing Howard says is, that a bracelet that you can't open? I'm like, how the fuck did he know that? It was pretty amazing. But I like the bracelet, so I think it's a keeper. It's pretty nice.
Well, it is.
It's a permanent bracelet. It ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, me and Lindsay Lohan, we have something in common.
Why would anybody want to have a permanent bracelet?
Well, to show their love for whoever gave it to them, I guess. And I'm sure that's why you have it.
I love myself, apparently. I bought it myself.
So what do you do? Let me ask you a question. That thing's on forever, so what do you do when you go through the airport?
That's a great question. I have no idea. They stop me anyway because I look like a Hindu or a Paki anyway. So this won't deter them. This is just another thing.
Before we move over to Scott, Sal, I got one last question for you.
Sure.
Like semen can describe a couple different things.
Yeah, it could be a sailor on a ship is a seaman.
Right. So how is there any difference in the spelling between the two of them? Or
I thought they were identical. Which would be synonyms. I hope I got that correct.
So. Okay, right. So sailors on the ship would be what?
Seamen.
Right, spelled
S-E. Wait a minute now. That's a good point. Now that I know the...
hold on there, Bubba Louie.
Yeah, hold on there. You got me there, Heiny Hole. All right, that would be S-E-A-M-E-N. Seamen, because you take sea, which they're traveling on the sea, S-E-A,
right.
And then you have men who are on there, M-E-N, seamen. So in that case, yes. But for some reason, I thought... that was the same. And by the way, the brilliant Robin Quivers spelled it the same way as well. S-C-A-M-E-N. So,
spelled what?
Semen. That comes out of your penis.
She did?
Yes. And then Howard did correct her. She thought there was an A in there, too.
Well, I missed that, but thank you for spelling both. Gary, was Scott taking credit for something he shouldn't have taken credit for?
I will say I walked into a studio today and I said to Scott, I got to tell you, Lady Gaga said it better than ever. I said, who did the settings on her voice? Because I thought that was, there was a little tiny effect on her voice, but nothing major that just made it sound so smooth. And he said, well, her audio guy came in here and he gave me some settings and he put them in. So I walked out of there thinking that I should have been congratulating the audio engineer, which, by the way, it should be. The audio, usually a person's personal engineer knows what they like best.
And I also heard that the audio engineer gave the settings to somebody else who works with Scott. So, Scott, you should explain yourself here.
Time's up. No, he gave me the settings. I was going to put him in. He went in during the break and he was checking out the piano before Lady Gaga got there. He gave me the settings, but then I didn't have time to enter them, so because I had to run back in the studio. So when Chris Gibbons, who we work with, came in, he put the settings in. We do this all the time. I'll mix some. Chris.
Well, so I got it. So Chris put the settings in, and then he mixed it, correct?
Yeah.
So what did you do when you were back in the studio? When you went back to your studio?
No, I was I was just sitting there with him, monitoring. Just waiting for her to. We did the sound check together to make sure it sounded fine. From the whole process, I was responsible for making sure the piano got in, making sure it was all set up on Friday. We set it up. It was all mic'd and ready to go. Making sure the piano tuner got here on Monday morning. and then just making sure that everything sounded good and it was set up the way it was supposed to be set up. I handled Sunday with a lot of emails with their people of what do you got, what mics you got, what kind of piano it is, and blah, blah, blah.
So is that the way it's normally, like, does Chris usually do, like, times you've gotten shit? Has he done the mix also?
Chris does a lot. If we have the more complicated the mix, usually Chris is there with me.
You said Chris does a lot. What percentage would you say you contributed, and what percentage would you say Chris contributed?
I say 50-50. I mean, his hands were on the controls because I was sitting there, but
I mean, Scott took the supervisory role here.
Yeah, I was more, but in that role also, I have to listen to make sure, like, if it doesn't sound good, I'm going to go, Chris, I don't think it sounds right. Why don't we change it? I mean, I'm there for that too.
Whoa, Evan, slow down.
So on Wednesday's wrap-up show, I was accused of really not having much to do with Lady Gaga's technical performance when she was here. And really, everybody and their brother who could bust my balls, busted my balls. Check it out.
Howard gave a compliment the other day to Scott Salem about the audio for Lady Gaga. And that's turned it. I mean, that just
boy, did that open up a can of worms.
Right, it lit a fuse, and I think people are still upset because some are claiming that Scott is taking credit unfairly. And Scott, I'm going to make your case a little bit here. Scott's saying getting the piano ready. I think you even said this on the air, Robin. The piano, making sure everything gets done, is part of Scott's job and what he does. Yet the question seems to be, Scott, what did you actually do? That's what people keep asking.
I am there. This one.
Were you just in the building? I am there. Could mean anything. Were you in your office? Were you in the studio?
No, I'm there to make sure the artist is happy with what she has or whoever it is. I was in the studio. Mm-hmm. When we have things like this, Chris mixes in my studio. I'm in the studio to make sure Howard knows what to do, to make sure the artist is comfortable, and to be in the studio if there's any problems that arise during the performance. And that's what I was there doing.
Okay, so when Lady Gaga was there.
When she first came in, she sat down. I was in there to make sure she was comfortable with the way things sounded.
So you turned on everything?
We were giving direction to Chris, who was in the other studio mixing it. If she said, I need more of this or I need less of that, I was there to make sure that got done.
Oh, so how much of what you did was the overall engineering part?
Chris had his hands on the fader, so I wasn't actually engineering it.
But the engineering part also has to do with placing the mics.
Chris placed the mics on Friday afternoon because I left, and he did it in the afternoon on Friday.
So one of the things you said was that it was
technically I didn't have a lot to do with it. Hold
it. I just want to say you at one point said it was 50-50. Well, is that really
technically? No. I mean, if you want to put it that way, I mean,
well, technically speaking,
actually, as I thought of it later, it was actually my idea, and I hope Gary remembers this, to have the piano here. You first came into me, you said, listen, he came into me and said, can we get a keyboard?
Hold on, stop.
Can we get a keyboard?
You're wrong.
No, I'm not wrong. I have witnesses.
No, stop.
I suggested...
Scott, stop, because you're going to... I'm keeping you from digging the hole.
Hey, Gary, if you remember, I said Lady Gaga's a good singer.
Howard,
and
I love her clothes. Howard suggested the piano, right off the bat. Howard suggested the piano. Then we got into a discussion of... If Lady Gaga walks in and see a piano, will it be weird for her? She feels like she has to play. And then you had the discussion of, well, should we get a keyboard or a piano? Howard is the one
you came in and said, can we get a keyboard? I said...
But you just said it was your idea.
Well, because I didn't know that you didn't tell me Howard wanted a piano. You just came in and said, could we get a keyboard?
Okay, so even if that's the case... Said, hold on, if that's the case... Can we get a keyboard? Then how is it your idea that we got a keyboard?
No, piano.
No, Howard thought of the keyboard. Scott thought
Howard
of the piano.
Howard thought of the piano.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. But he came in and said, can we get a keyboard? And he mentioned that we probably could get a Steinway. And I said, well, it would be a much better idea to get a Steinway.
No, we knew we wanted a Steinway for the sound. We were just worried about that it might upset her. But here's the thing. Jason, who won't come down because he's afraid because everyone hates him on the wrap-up show, he said to me, you're the engineer and you had your Chris Gibbons. But if Chris Gibbons were you, would he have needed an assistant?
No. I mean, he has an assistant. He has somebody.
I'm saying if Chris Gibbons were doing what he did and you weren't around, would he have needed someone to help him?
Yes. someone needs to be in the studio as well.
He couldn't be in two places, is what you're saying.
That's correct.
Well, the other thing you took flack for today, Scott, was you said you were here on Friday and made sure the piano got in here, but then everyone was saying that wasn't you. That was Jared or Sarah or somebody else.
I'm not a mover. I'm not. That's really not my responsibility to make sure the piano gets here. I'm an audio engineer, okay? Gary, before he went on vacation, said, can we get the piano here on Friday, and could you follow up on this? So I followed up on that. Gary told me, he delegated it to me. I made sure that the piano, everything was set for the piano to be delivered Friday, and to make sure. So I emailed Jared, who passed it on to Sarah, everybody passed it along.
By the way,
but I made sure that that's not my responsibility. My responsibility is to make sure this thing sounds good and the artist is happy.
By the
That's
way,
my responsibility.
the TV show is working on. I was looking at it this morning. This unbelievable montage of the piano being moved in, and Scott just did it with folded arms.
Yeah, someone made the
I'm not moving the piano.
Well, someone made the analogy.
I made sure it was here and it was delivered and put in the right place and put together properly. What the fuck do you want now?
I just have to defend my good name. I wasn't afraid to come down here. I was just busy, but now I'm here.
Scott, someone made the analogy that you invite a bunch of people over to help you move, and you're the guy who stands there and watches. Yeah, who
holds the door.
But is that a fair analogy?
When the piano came in, but it was my responsibility to make sure it got here and was set up properly. To go on the air. Listen, if it sounded like shit, who would have gotten the blame?
You.
Of course. So why can I not take some of the credit for it sounding good? I was part of the process.
That's not what you told me in the hall, Scott.
But the problem was you took the credit, and then it became part of the credit, then it became 50-50, and then technically it became even less.
I don't... Okay, Gary wanted to make sure it got here, and it was set up and ready for Lady Gaga.
And Gary's taking no credit. I mean,
I'll tell you what I'll take credit for. I got a piano from Steinway.
You did.
I called Steinway and I got a piano.
But you're not sitting there saying you're responsible for the sound.
I even said the other day, I'm taking full responsibility for getting Lady Gaga as a guest.
Absolutely.
We have Billy Joel on the show. I take no responsibility for that. Billy Joel's Howard's friend. They called us. I'll take responsibility when I know it's mine, and I won't when it isn't.
Okay.
Is Gary responsible for the sound? No.
No.
So
but
I'm not responsible.
He almost did as much as you.
Jason, what do you want to say?
So there's a couple things going on here. First of all, Scott, you just told me in the hall with cameras and Shuli there that one of the reasons you had Chris Gibbons down was because this was a really big guest and really important, and you wanted him to be in charge of setting the levels, because if things went wrong, you wanted somebody to blame.
No.
You said that.
I said that, but that was
Okay.
being sarcastic.
Number two.
When we do a mix in another studio, we have two people that do it. Chris usually handles it when it's when we mix it out of my studio, and I stay in the Howard Stern studio to make sure that everything is going well in there. If it's something else, I've done mixes all the time by myself.
I just want to review facts for 1 second, and then you guys could all draw your own conclusion. Did you mic the piano?
You're gonna go through. No, I didn't mic the piano.
Did you?
I told you I did.
Did you choose your own levels to set, or did you just set whatever they told you to set?
Well, no, that was reverb settings based on what her engineer said.
And during the actual performance, I was standing next to you in the studio.
Right,
so who was mixing? Who was mixing?
I said it.
Okay, so what did you do?
What
did you build the piano?
Yeah, I mean, what did you do?
Go print out Howard's emails, will you, please?
Name one thing you did besides watch the piano go in the studio.
Why are you grilling me? I said I didn't have
anything.
A lot of technical stuff to do. I was in the studio. I made sure she was happy. I made sure Howard knew what to do. That was my job.
I did the same job Scott did.
The bottom line here,
Were you in the
Scott,
studio making sure
is
Howard...
when Howard says, "Wow, Scott, that was great. It sounded great."
All I said was thank you. That's
Why
all
don't
I said.
you say... Thank you, Howard, but there were a lot of people who were involved, and you should also thank Chris and whoever else.
Which I usually do. But he said,
Robin, imagine Scott started to say that to Howard. When someone gives you a thank you,
He was on his way out.
It'd be nice when he gets to elaborate on the rap show for main goal.
Hold on.
That was an amazing performance, and it sounded incredible.
Even Scott DePace today.
And he wants to know.
Right. Even Scott DePace today, when Howard said you did a great job directing, the first words out of his mouth were, well, it was a team effort.
And also, I don't think it's necessarily what Scott said to Howard in the hall, but it was on the wrap-up show where you're taking 50-50 credit and like all this stuff. And clearly,
I did
there's
have
no
something to do
50-50
with
anything.
It. I mean, I didn't.
What, you showed up to work?
Oh, fuck.
And you opened the door when the piano showed up?
Get the fuck out of here, really? I mean, really?
You haven't said one thing you've done. I'm just asking.
I'll tell you what he did do, which is a better explanation, was there were a lot of elements to putting this whole thing together, and he oversaw all of them to make sure that they happen correctly. And that I get more than, it sounded great because of me. There were a lot of elements that had to happen,
He
and
wrote
you oversaw
a beautiful
everything.
email to Sarah to get the piano.
And I was actually Sunday, the day before, going back and forth with about 15 emails to make sure that with her people to make sure that things were right for them, that they knew they needed to know certain information. And I passed along that information on Sunday.
But when somebody's congratulating you on the incredible
so I said thank you. I didn't want to get into a whole conversation with Howard. You know how he could be in the hallway when he's on his way out. Okay?
Well, this is how we wound up here.
I said thank you. I didn't say I didn't take all the credit. I just said thank you.
Well, I heard Chris Gibbons was upset that you didn't credit him.
I always give Chris credit when he does stuff like that. This time it wasn't on the air and it was just in the hallway, and I said thank you. I gave Chris credit today. He did a great job, and it's a team effort. It
was like it was dragged out of you, that there was somebody else involved.
I called Chris because the mixer we have in the studio that is not as good as the one in my studio for music performances. So you need two people to do this operation, one in the studio and one in the other studio. So that's the way
real
it was set
mixing was done by him.
Yeah, of course.
Robin, I stood taking pictures next to Scott for the entire performance. He didn't move. I mean, not that anything went wrong, but there was no knob touching. There was no mic placement.
Can you believe you're still getting shit for this,
Scott? Do you feel like you're being picked on unfair? Not just Jason, but do you feel like you're being picked on unfairly?
Yeah, a little. I mean, I didn't claim total credit. All I said 2 words to Howard. Thank you. That was off the air. I didn't go on the air and say, "Wow, I did a great job. Thank you very much." When Howard called me in the next day on the air, I don't know who heard. Somebody must have been in the hallway. A little birdie or a big fat birdie must have been in the hallway.
Or a bald birdie.
That overheard the conversation because the next day Howard said, "Well, I heard that you took the credit and you weren't the one that mixed it." So somebody squealed to Howard.
I wish it was me, Scott, but it wasn't.
Somebody
it must have been another
Somebody
little
must
birdie.
have overheard that because who else? How would Howard know?
Well, again, there were people who obviously worked very hard, and they were upset that their work wasn't being acknowledged.
Well, the next day it was...
As soon as you said something about the piano, people started screaming.
Tim was running through our hall screaming Sarah's name on the top of the
I mean, it's always when we have equipment delivered, people handle it. I mean, I don't handle...
Well, but I don't know how you're, positioning yourself on the air that it sounds like you're doing these things, and then other people start screaming, Scott. That's all we're pointing out here, is that the moment you start talking about this particular performance,
I never positioned myself in any way.
Credit for things
I didn't take
do.
credit.
Yes, you did. Scott, yesterday on the wrap-up show, I'm sitting in my office, and I heard you say you were responsible for getting the piano in here and getting it out and making sure the tuner came by.
I oversaw everything. That is correct.
You oversaw none of that, though.
Okay.
Gary reached out to me. Scott,
another one that you should go back in your office and
Scott,
you had
Gary,
nothing to do with the sound.
Scott,
right?
I'm not talking about the
anything
sound.
to do with the sound, then get
And
the fuck
apparently
out.
nor did you.
Howard complimented me on the sound. Okay, that was all that was involved. He didn't compliment me or you on the way it was delivered or the way it was tuned up. He complimented me on the sound. The only people involved with the sound were me and Chris and Horace, who was Lady Gaga's engineer. So you can get the fuck out of here and go bury yourself in the piano case.
Except, Scott, you took credit for the move in.
I didn't take credit. I just said I oversaw it. He wanted me to make sure the piano got here on Friday and everything was set for Monday. And I did that. I made sure.
No, you didn't. You emailed me and you're like, "Can you do this?"
I said, "Do you have the contact information?"
You said, "Can you do this?" I have the email, Scott.
Right, so what did you do?
Hold on. I'm going to tell you that I don't know how the piano got here last time Billy Joel was here, but I know it got here. And I think I spoke to the guy from Steinway, and then it got it over to Scott. So I do have to say that I sent a note to Scott. Here's the information for the guy from Steinway. Work it out to get it. And he didn't reply to me, but Jared sent me an email later in the day like, "Okay, I'll be here to get it." I was a little bit surprised that it had gone, because I thought Scott will be here on Friday. They're going to deliver it on Friday. He would set up getting it in on Friday. So I was a tiny bit surprised that somehow Jared had gotten into it. Like Jared's email, I think the exact words were, "Don't worry, I'll take care of this."
You know, it'd be so great if Lady Gaga is listening to this conversation of who's responsible.
She told us during the break she was a huge fan of the show.
Well, what did you do on Friday to oversee the delivery of the piano? Like, what actions did you take?
I opened the door, and I held the door for the piano movie.
And I've got video
Did you
footage
meet the
to prove it.
guy? Did you talk to the guy at the freight elevator?
I talked
Did
to
you
one
show
of the
him
guys who was a big fan of the show.
Wait, did you really hold the door open? So Tim's thing was kind of.
I did. I did.
If anyone else other than Scott got this compliment, would all of this be happening?
No.
No, there's something about Scott that
I don't know
that
what
draws all this
I
shit.
mean, okay, so I don't know how the delivery and all of it, got involved. I'm really
You bring
responsible.
up these things, Scott. Nobody talked about the piano. It was all about sound. And then you said, when asked what you actually did, you brought up the piano.
Well, I was there to make sure that it got in. I didn't see Jared there. Sarah was there.
I never took credit for it. And in fact, when I heard that, I went to the news and said, Sarah did an incredible job. She busted her ass for 2 weeks during the vacation. She worked with our building to get insurance.
Okay, so I wasn't.
So I gave her the
I
credit.
was on vacation. That's why
But the point was, I gave her the credit, and you took that away from her. That's all I was
didn't
doing.
take credit away from her.
You said you were responsible for this. You got it in, whatever. And I said, listen, it was Sarah that did this, so at least give her the credit. That's all.
fine. She did a great job on getting the piano in the building. I mean, I said it was a team effort. There had to on the air today.
The very last thing he said.
Actually, I think Jason said that at like 10:20.
Hey, I just want to thank
I said
Chuck
This all
Zito.
started from 2 words.
Chuck Zito.
2 words. I said, Chuck, can you beat someone up for me?
It also seems, Gary, that Jared and I guess Sarah, well, Sarah's not here, but Jared and Tim seem particularly bent out of shape about this, and when they start talking to you, you get very upset as well, Scott. I mean, Jason.
Because they say I did nothing. I mean, obviously.
No, I don't think Jared said you did nothing. Jared said that Sarah's the one that really got the piano in. The other stuff that you said you do, he's not interested in.
I said I made sure the piano got in the building. I didn't.
No, you actually really made sure the piano.
That kills Jared every time you say
By the way,
it.
what you really did is you made sure the piano got in the studio. Sarah made sure it got in the building.
Okay.
Scott was at work on a
No,
Friday.
Scott watched.
But Scott,
Everybody else made sure the piano
Scott,
got
all
in
I'm
the
saying is
building.
I saw what it took. It took, literally emails back and forth because the building was having issues with their insurance. Sarah had to find a new moving company.
But that's not my
all this
responsibility.
Stuff. And never did I say it
My
was.
responsibility
But when
is
you
to make
sit
sure
there
it
and
sounds
take
good.
credit for it and say, well, I got it in and I got it out, I made sure the tuner. Sarah was the one working with the moving company to make sure the tuner could come in the right time. Make sure, that they. I think I spoke to Jason as to what time they could come in.
Okay,
so
I didn't do anything. In other words,
But don't take credit for someone else's hard work. That's all I was doing. I was defending Sarah, who's new here, and didn't appreciate the fact that when she heard you say you took credit for her work, that's what it was.
I like how the new chick's digging on you already. That's awesome.
Whatever.
By the way, I forgot about that, so I'm now going to take credit for the piano also because I did answer an email. Oh, can we get before you're still angry? Can we get to the Tim thing real quick? What's your beef with Tim?
Listen,
what road did you keep threatening to go down?
What goes on between me and Tim is
on the air today. You kept don't go down that road. Don't go down that road. I'm dying to know what road.
We're getting engaged tonight. Me and Tim.
Tim.
No, nothing. There's no. I mean, obviously, we have some disagreements sometimes with your boss, and we had a disagreement, and then. That's not for the air. That's just for me and Tim.
But you said it on the air.
I didn't say anything.
I
said don't start. Don't start on the air. I don't know.
Do you want to go down that road?
Jason, hold on. I'm going to stop you because I see Sarah over there.
She's carrying a piano.
Understandable.
Sarah, did you?
I brought a piano in.
Sarah, did you feel like when Scott took credit for all this, were you upset by that?
Well, I did get the piano in the building. So I heard that he took credit for it. I didn't tune it.
Everybody.
I didn't mix it.
Whatever.
Neither did Scott.
The last thing I said in the air, it was a team effort, and that's truly what it was.
But here,
It took days to get that out.
Here's what I got out of this, and if I'm
Were you
wrong,
on the team?
Hold on, if I'm wrong about any of this, let me know, guys. We'll do this really quick. I sent you an email about the piano, which you sent to Jared.
That's right.
You had nothing to do with it after until the piano was brought to the building, and then you held the door.
Like, how did you
No,
even know
that's
that
serious.
the piano was coming? Somebody else had to tell you.
I was the one in charge of telling the guys where to put the piano.
Okay, fair
But
enough.
somebody had to tell you that the piano was coming. You had you just gave it to somebody else.
Well, yeah, obviously. No, I had to. Gary said, make sure the piano's here on Friday. And I didn't have any of the contact information, so I asked Jared if he had the contact information.
Well, that's not true. I forwarded you the email from the guy from Steinway, and I said, "Here's the information." Make sure I actually sent you the information.
By the way, I love that. What did you do? Point to the one place in the studio that's big enough to hold the piano and say, "Put it there."
Well, it's certainly not big enough to hold you.
He was there when I brought it in. When I had it come out of the freight.
But you had to call him and tell him.
You met him at the freight?
No, he wasn't at the freight. I was at the freight.
Right. And then Sarah met him.
I brought it over to the studio, and then he opened the door.
Actually,
I guess he could
And
see
then it
that
rolled
the
in.
piano was coming in.
What if Scott hadn't opened the door, guys? What if
the piano never would have gotten into the studio?
Actually, was down at the freight for a little while.
Look, Scott wants to take credit more as a
care
supervisor
how
on
it
this
got here.
project.
But
than-
he didn't take credit as a supervisor.
Right, because he did. By the way, he did a great job supervising. There's nothing wrong with supervising stuff.
Right.
But
But he
that's-
didn't take credit for that. He took credit
For the sound.
For the sound.
I don't care how it got here.
And
or what-
then
I
when
wasn't-
he was caught because the sound person said you can't take credit
Right.
for the sound.
Everybody's throwing it
he
at me
started
like I didn't
taking
do
credit
anything.
for anything else he could, which was the piano.
What I'm getting from all this is that Scott successfully stayed out of everyone else's way while they got the job done correctly.
I personally, swear to God, I hate to say this. I think Scott was banking on the fact that Sarah's only been here a month and she'll just shut up.
I didn't even. I mean, there were multiple people involved. Obviously, I mean, did Chris thank his assistant and helped him set up?
We don't know, but you were the one who didn't thank Chris.
Yeah,
And Chris was, and I got that note, Scott. Chris was genuinely upset by that.
Really? Because
Yeah.
we both said. I said to him. I didn't mean to diss him, and he knows that whenever we do stuff, I try to give him credit. And when the show was over, I said, "Thanks, you did a great job."
Yeah, but in this case, you're getting an.
It got started on the air.
but
I
you're
didn't say
getting-
anything on the air to anybody about. All I said was thank you to Howard. It got brought up on the air.
No, but you're getting the on-air compliment from Howard, Robin, both saying this is the best sounding performance we've
That was
ever heard.
before he said that on the air. He said thank you after the show. He never said anything on the air about it sounding. He said right after the show, he said it sounded great, and I said thank you. Nothing else was said on the air until the next day when he said, "Oh, someone told me someone else mixed it."
Well, again, Scott, you know what he was thanking you for, and you know you weren't responsible for it.
Whatever you guys want to think, that's fine.
Okay.
I think the evidence is out there for the jury, Scott.
Sinatra, and I'm here to see Howard again. I think it's the fourth time I visited him. My first time at Sirius, and I am going to ask him to come and do my show on Sirius called Seriously Sinatra. I'm going to bribe him a little. I brought him some presents, and I'm such a fan of his that I would come to see him even if I had no show on Sirius. So I hope you all enjoy our visit, and I'll see you soon.
Nancy Sinatra, I haven't seen her in a while. It's so cool to be Frank Sinatra's daughter because people treat you like you're God.
Yeah.
And she's not even Frank. She's Nancy. And they treat her like
there are a
God.
few people, like Frank Sinatra's kids are deified, and, Elvis's kid. It's amazing.
I know it's sad that her dad's gone, but I think in some ways her life's better that her dad's
She can
gone.
run her own life now. I bet you she never had
She never had
chance
this
to
freedom.
make decisions on her own.
Yeah, Nancy runs the whole Sinatra estate, I think.
Yeah? What about the other two? What are they doing?
The other two.
Hello.
Oh, look at Nancy. Remember Boots Are Made for Walking, baby? I beat off to you every single day. I don't care what anyone says. I'll say it right now. I'll say it to your face.
Listen, I had a dream about you this morning.
Really?
You
yeah, I really had a dream about him.
Was I beating off?
No, but you were so sweet. It was really a sweet dream.
Let me tell you something. I could be very loving. A woman hasn't experienced anything until I
tell people
admit it.
that all the time. Everybody says, "How can you stand him? He's terrible." And I
No.
say, "No, he's a sweetheart."
First of all, I'm creative. I whisper in your ear like dirty shit that drive you crazy.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
What are you doing later?
Oh, let me tell you something. You wouldn't be able to walk when I got done with you.
But you know what? I was hoping to meet Beth. I've heard so much about her.
She's a doll.
That's what I heard.
Wasn't for her. Now, don't wear a diaper and run there and to go over and try to kill her or anything.
No.
You know
No,
what
I
I'm
won't
saying?
fight over you. No.
You know, I'm so fat. How are you, by the way?
I'm fine.
And congratulations, there is a new Sinatra channel.
Here on Sirius.
Here on Sirius.
Yeah, hi, Robin.
You had to deal with XM. Of course, it was before Sirius was around. And as soon as Sirius was invented, you dumped XM to get over here, and I don't blame
We
you.
ran like hell over here.
You're damn right. Right. Because you know where the momentum is.
They're really nice people here. And besides, you're here.
And if Frank was alive, he'd be like, I don't want to be with those losers. Over at XM, they're losing momentum.
Speaking of Frank, I brought you some presents. Actually, they're bribes to really convince you to come and do my show.
You're going to have a show on the channel?
I am.
I'll come over and see you.
That's
Was that
one
Frank's
of his
ties?
signature ties.
Is that his tie, or is it like some tie that's a replica of his tie?
No, he made these. He painted
Did he wear
these.
this?
Did he wear it himself?
Yeah.
No.
All right, now I'm putting it in the garbage.
Oh, Howard.
I'm just kidding.
And this is the new,
Oh, the Sinatra box set.
the Vegas box
Artie,
set.
remember you wanted a prize?
Vegas, Artie.
Yeah, can I have it?
We'll talk about it.
All right.
So what's going on?
Well, let me talk to you for a second.
Oh,
I was
all
saying
right.
to Robin, in a way, isn't your life... Listen, everybody loves their father, misses their father, especially Frank Sinatra. But in a way, isn't your life sort of better in some ways, too? Because Frank was a tough dad to have. I mean...
Why do you say that?
I felt really sad when Boots Are Made for Walking was a huge hit. And I remember seeing Frank finally allowed you to go on the Ed Sullivan Show with him and sing with him. And I was like, look what this poor woman's got to do to earn her father's
What are you
respect.
talking about?
What do you mean?
He put me on TV when I was 19 years old.
But you know what I mean? It was like fine. Like now, all of a sudden, you are worthy.
No, he would go on stage and say, "Hi, I'm Nancy's dad."
Yes, but you had to get famous first and have a hit record and all
Well,
of
every
that.
kid has to earn her own way or his own way. You know that. You've got
Nah.
to gain the respect.
But did you have to work extra hard to get your father's love? Seriously, I mean, he was a
No
tough
way.
guy. Really?
He was such a softie. He loved
But was
me
he
from the
really
get-go.
around? I mean, you know, he was busy traveling,
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
shows. And...
My mom said that to me, he was a voice on the radio.
Right.
But you hated him for a long time because you felt bad for your mom getting dumped by Frank.
I hated him? No, I
Yes.
didn't.
You
No.
were angry
I
with
never
him.
hated him.
But he did leave
I
your
missed
mother
him a lot.
because he was away. Did he
Yeah.
visit you at all when you were
Oh,
little?
sure.
Very rarely.
I mean, but was it a regular?
Yeah, a
was
lot.
it like
Where
every
are you getting
weekend
all
or
this?
You were very abandoned.
Was it like an every weekend thing? You didn't get to go see him on that kind of a basis.
Well, he would, whenever he was in town, he would
Oh,
come
please.
over.
Right.
When he was in town.
And he would take us with him on trips. It was great. We
Robin,
had
he was out banging Ava Gardner. You think he's stopping to see the kids?
He didn't have you around Ava.
Yes, he did.
Did you
I loved
meet Ava? You did? Was she the
We
sexiest
spent
thing?
a lot of time with Ava. She was a great lady.
Sexy.
Very sexy, crazy.
Did you ever see her
fun.
naked? Would you see her naked? Would you
no, in a bathing suit.
was it awkward for you though to see your dad with all these women?
Oh, I saw her in her underwear.
You did?
Actually, that's the first time I met her. She was sitting at her dressing table.
No boob? I mean, no bra?
A bra.
Oh, bra and panties.
Yeah.
Back then they wore
and-
the giant panties though. You
And
couldn't really
those
see the-
whirlpool bras, those real pointy bras that you
Yes.
can't find anymore, Robin.
Right.
Did you ever
love
see?
those.
Let me ask you that. Did you? And I'm not being disrespectful. Did you ever see your father's genitals?
Once.
Once. Were they big?
Yeah.
They were.
Yeah.
How old were you when you saw them?
About 8 or 9 years old.
That's why they look big.
Oh, I
you'd
didn't.
you'd
I had
saw them
nothing
as an
to
adult.
compare it with.
You're like, now, why did you see your dad's genitals? I mean, those are Frank Sinatra's genitals.
I was in his bedroom in Palm Springs watching something, I don't remember, and he was walking from the shower to the closet.
Wow, and you're like, wow, there's Frank Sinatra's balls.
No.
I mean, can you believe it? Did it scare the hell out of you?
My parents walked around like that.
They were nudists? Did it
Sorta.
scare the hell out of you when you saw your dad's penis?
No,
It was not traumatizing at all.
no.
And
Did you?
Oh, it traumatized the hell out of me. It was like, wow, why is mine so small? My father's big and I have nothing.
What about your mom? Was she?
My mom has a big penis.
Oh,
no.
I saw my mom naked. It was scary. She had full bush. They didn't shave back then. My mother to this day goes, I don't know why these women shave their bush. It's disgusting.
You got mad at me for doing Playboy without shaving.
Your father was mad at you.
Remember that?
Your father was mad at you for doing Playboy.
He was not.
Yes, he was. Didn't he offer to pay you not to do it?
No,
Tell
he
the
told
truth.
me to double the money or not do it.
Isn't it true that some guy had the nerve to walk up to Frank Sinatra and say, quote, "I saw your daughter's pussy"? Did somebody say that to your dad?
I never heard that.
I heard that story, and he was furious. He was going to kill him.
Was it you?
It was me. I thought he thought it was funny.
You look good.
I do?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
of
like
course
your
I do.
hair. It's
I
a lot-
really. Thank you. You
lot
look good
shorter
too.
when I saw you last time.
How's your love life going? You getting it at all?
I have a nice boyfriend.
No kidding.
Good for you.
Hey, I read you were dating Phil Spector right before he shot that broad.
Was
Or
she?
allegedly shot the broad.
Phil
He
and I
cla-
have been friends for many years.
You think he's innocent or what?
I don't know.
You don't know what happened?
Have you talked to him since?
A couple of times right afterwards, but now he doesn't really speak to me, so.
Why is that?
Because he's probably depressed.
I don't know. Because basically, really, I think it's because I told him what my mom said.
What'd she say?
She said, it could have been you.
Wow, that's true.
And I told him that, and then he stopped talking to me.
You can understand
Why'd you tell him that?
Well, I guess I just wanted him to know that people were thinking that. Some people were worried that it was me.
Right. I didn't know you were dating him.
Well, we didn't really date. I mean, we
He
went
gave it
out.
to you
We
a
went
couple
to
of
the
times?
Lakers game. No,
No baloney?
no baloney. We went to the Lakers games.
You made out with him?
Stuff like that. No.
Never kissed him?
Would you?
No.
Well,
I can't imagine you. I mean, I can't
No.
imagine you being attracted to him.
we were really good friends from a long time ago.
But you mean he'd hang out with you all the time and you wouldn't try to put a move
Not
on
all
you?
the time. No, just rarely.
And he wouldn't put the
Occasionally.
moves on you?
No.
I'm shocked. For real?
Real.
Wow.
Highly intelligent, by the way. A great person to talk to.
So
Very
you
smart.
have like tons of money now? I mean, when Dad died, and by the way, your brother came by here the other day.
Well,
yeah.
And he stormed
less
out.
than a year ago.
He never even
He
made it
didn't
in.
want to be searched, patted down.
What does he
Why?
have on
Nobody.
him?
I wanted to be searched, and nobody offered.
We didn't want to search him. We weren't going to search him.
Talking about.
That's what he said.
It was something with the release, but I don't think we were going to search him. It was something
No.
with the release.
No, it was something with the release. He didn't want to sign a release. It was wild. I wanted to meet the dude.
He read it. Ronnie reminded me.
Yeah.
He read the release, and they took his CD and he threw it at the wall. Right, that's what it was. He saw in the release that we had the right to search him, but we didn't search him. There's a lot of wacky shit in the release.
What, does he carry or something? I mean, what's going on with him?
Maybe.
Who
No.
knows?
You know what? He was going through a rough time. He had cancer.
He
prostate
did?
cancer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And it was right at the time you were seeing him, and I think he was just
You're kidding, because we wanted him
strung
on.
out. He wanted to do it. He played Stinkfinger on your TV
Yeah,
series.
he's a good dude.
Yeah.
And he's got to be kind of relieved in a way, too, with his life. Your dad was tough on him. He used to make fun of him at the concerts.
There was
True.
Howard,
Yeah.
there was one story I read in a Sinatra book, and Nancy will probably say this isn't true either, but I'll tell the story anyway.
Go ahead.
What's Sinatra book? Wait a minute.
There was a Sinatra book. It was about that yay thick. I can't give it the author, but it was really huge.
Yeah,
fat.
what,
Came out
did
maybe
she
about
have
5 years
two
ago.
of the same letters in her name?
Was it Kitty Kelly is what she's saying?
No, I wasn't
Okay.
Kitty Kelly.
I don't say
tell us
that.
what you heard.
The story that I heard was one night Frank was feeling very benevolent, and he told Frank Jr., you know this song, why don't you sing it? And then Frank sang it, and Frank Jr. sang it, and he supposedly did a terrific job. And then in front of everybody, he says, now let me show you how you really sing it. And then he sang it, and he sang it even better than Frank. So he humiliated Frank Jr. in front of the audience.
Did your dad have a cruel
I never
side?
heard that, and Frankie never told me that. He would have told me.
I thought he was rough on your brother, because your brother was his band leader, and sometimes Frank would yell at him if he didn't get stuff right in front of the audience.
My brother would deliberately tick my dad off
Wonder
just
why?
before a show
Why?
to get him to get his energy up.
Really?
In the last few years, he was tired. Frankie
Yeah.
told me that. He said if he gets
Worked
hot
up.
just before he walks out on stage, he's got the energy he needs to do it.
Wow, he would take abuse just to get his father hopped up.
Pretty much.
Oh, that's pretty noble. Yeah, go ahead.
It's funny. My parents saw Frank, God, every year. You know what I
Right.
mean? Wherever he played. And towards the end of his performing, he performed at Westbury Music Fair. And I remember my father's sort of the way he saw it was that Frank Sr. and Jr. were like openly goofing on each other on stage. I don't know if it was part of the act, but it would be like Frank Jr. was making fun of Frank Sr. that he couldn't read the teleprompter, and he said it seemed sort of odd and uncomfortable. Right. Just thought I'd bring that.
I never saw it that way. I saw a lot of shows. I must have missed the ones your dad saw.
I'm just glad you weren't banging Phil Spector.
I met Nancy and Phil Spector out one night.
You did?
I was at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Remember you introduced me to her? I took a
Yeah.
picture with him. Seemed like a nice pair.
They look like a nice couple.
I didn't know he was going to do that thing.
No, it's great. I wouldn't have been invited to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame if it hadn't been for him. He tried to get me into that, to get my name in there, and when he did it, because I've had 22 chart records. When he put me up for it, he came back with the news. He said, it'll never happen.
Wow.
Forget it.
So what goes on now? I mean, you got more money than God now,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, when the will was read,
Yeah.
how was everybody taken care of?
Did that ex-wife get all the money?
We talked about this last time.
Yeah. You get a trust fund, or you just got the money outright?
Well, no, we have to work the business. We run the farm.
You run the name, the whole thing.
The family farm, and the work that we do will pay off or it won't, depending on how successful it is.
So do you own the rights to all the Sinatra's music and all of that stuff?
A lot of it.
You do?
Not all of it, not yet.
Gee, it must be great.
Yeah,
It must be
that's
great.
why the show's going to be so good, because
what are you doing on the channel?
I have the keys to the vault.
So you're going to play everything, all the Sinatra
Yeah.
rarities and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Look at you.
Now, do you still
Businesswoman.
talk to Barbara? You
No.
see her? No.
Your ex-stepmommy, huh?
No.
You hate her guts.
Never.
How much dough did she get?
A
The mother
lot.
load?
She got the money.
She got more than the kids?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Of course.
What?
Yep.
What?
But it's all right. We don't care. We don't think about that.
What do you mean we
anymore.
don't care? Sure we care.
No,
What are you
not
talking
really.
about?
It's,
What did you get versus what she got? You mean she got all the dough?
yeah.
And you just got like the rights to a lot of the music
We
and
had
stuff.
some insurance and the right to his name and likeness, and because he knew we would take care of it properly.
This was your dad's wishes?
Mm-hmm.
Not to leave the mother load?
Oh, I don't know. I think that he was concerned about that, but he didn't have much to say about it.
Oh, you think he was brainwashed?
Well, read the end of my sister's book.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's called My Father's Daughter. And Tina tells the whole story at the end, what happened in the last few years. And then you'll have a total understanding of this family dynamic.
Wow.
Wow.
It's scary stuff.
Who's your boyfriend now?
I'm not going to tell you.
Where'd you meet this dude? You got a boyfriend?
Yeah,
What's his name?
I'm not going to tell.
Where'd you meet this guy? Is he famous?
No.
Who is it? Burt Bacharach?
No.
Who is it?
No.
Who you banging?
He's not famous. Burt Bacharach
Was he
hates
some young
me.
stud? Burt Bacharach hates you?
He hates me because I always have to call him to help me sing his songs. His songs are the most difficult songs in the world
Very hard.
to sing. Really tough.
Yeah, he can't sing.
I think he sings kind of
Nah.
cute.
What do you think of that Jessica Simpson remake in Boots Are Made for Walking?
It was cute.
Come on, be honest. It sucked.
Somebody called me from her camp and said she would like to use the bass line.
Doom, 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 doom.
Yeah. Anyway, she wanted to borrow the bass line from my record. And I said, yeah, it's okay with me. I had met her before we did a USO show together. I said, it's okay with me, but you've got to talk to Chuck Berghofer, who's the bass player. Because these guys don't get, they get bupkas.
Right.
They get what they made on the session. I said, ask Chuck, and if he says it's okay, because, it's his little baby, then it's okay with me. So I said, I think you should pay him something.
Wow.
And they did. They paid him something, and they got it.
It's so funny. You know what? You don't even realize what Nancy's life is like. Like Gary told me, like in his family, like his mom is such a Sinatra fan. She goes, if you touch Nancy, let me know.
Wow.
Or somebody else said that.
Oh,
Who was the guy who said that if you get to touch Nancy? It's like being a god.
Just touch something. Did Jason say that?
Yeah, Jason's mom said, yeah.
Bring
just,
something home that she touched.
yeah,
or
if she
something
touches
like that?
something, let me have it.
Oh my
Well, my
goodness.
cousin Joanne said the same thing when Paul McCartney was up here. Different
Really?
generation. She said,
Yeah.
"Did he touch anything?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't know."
I know.
I heard a story yesterday about somebody taking a glass that my dad had left at a party or in a hotel room or something.
That was me. I sold it on eBay. I got a lot of money for that.
But that glass is sitting somewhere in a box, and somebody says, I got Frank Sinatra's glass.
Yeah, but then they left it, and the housekeeper took it away.
Well, wait a minute. How did your father feel about you getting nude in Playboy?
He hated it.
He did not hate it.
He offered to pay her not to do it.
Chinese restaurant here in New York.
Uh-huh.
And I said, what do you think? And I told him the money I was going to get, and he said double it.
No, no guy likes that.
Now, a dad doesn't say that, does he?
That's what my dad said. Believe it or don't.
Man, imagine if your dad was alive today. I wonder who he'd be banging. He could be banging anybody. You think he'd be with Lindsay Lohan and that whole crew? Paris Hilton?
I don't think so.
No.
He liked brains.
The brainy types.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I met a lady last night at the Jersey Boys show. She walked up to me. She said, you know, one of these left-handed compliments. She says, oh, you're so much more beautiful than you ever were on television. Oh. It's like when they say, oh, I thought you were taller.
How old's your boyfriend now? Is he young stuff?
My age.
Your same age?
Yeah.
Is he after your money, or is he really in love
with
you? No. Does he love you?
He's a good guy.
Are you in love with him?
I don't know.
How long has this been going on?
About 4 years.
And you don't know if you love him?
Well, yeah, I love him.
4 years and you don't know if you love him?
In love.
4 years and you don't know if you're in love?
Well,
obviously he's not that great a guy if you're not in love
he's
after 4 years.
He's a great guy.
Would you marry him if he asked you to marry him?
I don't think I ever want to marry again.
No. You live with this guy?
Paula Poundstone. She says, I want a man in my life, not in my house.
Do you live with this guy at all?
No.
He comes and visits you? How many times a week are you having sex with this guy?
He doesn't live in where I live. He lives...
What, in Europe?
No.
That's the best kind
About
of...
an hour and a half
So
away.
if I wanted to bang you tonight, I could do it. There's no strings attached with this guy, right? I don't have to sit there and deal with his jealousy.
I'll deal with you in my dreams, Howard.
Yeah. What was your dream? What was I doing to you?
My dream, you know what?
Nude?
You were just being nice to me, and that was just so nice and refreshing.
I like you. Well, all these men are creeps, right?
Too.
Men are creepy. Don't you wish you were gay sometimes?
No.
But men are creepy, right? They just don't...
My sister and I have a saying, AMAP.
What's that?
All men are pricks.
Oh.
Right. Look at you with the pricks.
Well, you could change it. You could say all men are pigs, but on this radio we can say the word, right?
Yeah.
That's right. You got people who work for you? I mean, do you have, like, help, service people in your home?
I have a housekeeper who comes in for a few hours every day.
I could see you being very demanding.
You never hear any stories
I don't think
about
so.
her.
Look at that rock on your finger. What is that? What are those diamonds?
My sister gave it to me.
How much is that worth? How many carats is that? The hell is that?
It says peace.
Yeah, but it's all diamonds, right? What's a thing like that worth?
My sister gave it to me.
Yeah, what is this? This is diamonds too? What's that worth?
No, this must have been about $20.
Oh, but what is the ring? How much is that worth?
I have no idea.
What's your net worth? Honestly. You're worth $10 million?
No.
You're not worth $10 million? Your old man didn't leave you $10 million?
Hey, I've been working for 40 years. You know, what I
know.
have.
Forget about what you earned. I'm not even...
God, how can I forget about it?
You earned a lot of money. You worked a lot. You made a lot of money.
Yeah.
How much is your stepmom worth, do you think? The one you don't talk to? Over $50 million?
Lots.
$50 to $100 million?
Maybe. I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
It's got to drive you nuts. It's
no,
crazy.
because I don't care about that.
Let's go to
Tell you what I do care about.
What do you care about?
That she sold the train collection.
She sold your father's train collection?
My father had the most incredible train collection. People gifted him with stuff from all over the world.
And I can't picture Frank Sinatra sitting playing with trains.
You did. I have pictures.
And you wanted that. That was something.
No. We wanted to give it to the Smithsonian so that all the kids of the world could see these amazing trains.
And what did she do with them?
She sold them with the house.
Then no one knows where they are.
They're still in the house.
The Palm Springs place?
Yeah.
I see you're on the verge of tears when you say that. It makes you sad.
Well, it makes me angry because there's a selfishness there that I don't appreciate.
Did he have any porn? I'd want that.
You wanted his porn collection.
I bet it was extensive.
I don't know. I never saw any.
That's what I collect. I ain't collecting no trains.
Your kids are going to get your porn collection.
You don't watch porn?
I used to.
Yeah.
Oh, you know who came to my press party yesterday? Ron Jeremy.
Oh, yeah, he was here.
Yeah, he's in town.
He was hanging around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ron Jeremy. Found out he had sex in my studio.
Oh.
That's not good. That's not good.
Hey, do you know how much you got for the trains separately? You know how much it was worth?
It added $200,000 to the price.
Oh, really?
Price of the house.
Vinny, what are you doing?
I was going to say.
Hey, Howard, how are you? Hi,
Hey.
Nancy.
Hi.
I'm a huge fan. We spoke a while ago. We have a mutual friend in Tom DiLorenzo.
Come on, Vinny, ask your question.
Oh, Vinny's on the bus. No wonder.
Nancy, I've been trying to get in touch with you because I would be honored if you would consider singing one of my songs from the show I'm working on.
Oh, shit.
Oh, come on, Vinny. Wait till
Vinny.
when she hears that garbage, she's not going to want to sing.
Vinny, go to my website and sign in to my guest book, and that's how you reach me.
Vinny, sing her the song that you wanted to sing.
No, I can't do
Come
that.
on.
I would actually, I have a demo I want to play for her. Are you in town today, Nancy? When do you leave?
I'm not here, no.
No, she's avoiding you.
She's leaving to get away from
Vinny, so contact
Howard,
her.
come on, you have to legitimize.
All right.
Come on.
Goulet did one of his songs, if you want
He
to know.
did, actually.
he did.
Play for her.
Where is that? You got that, Fred?
I'll sing it for you.
Nancy, this is a serious. I know it sounds kind of weird because I'm whispering. It's the real deal. So.
He's on a bus.
He's on a bus trying to get to work.
Robert Goulet did do one of his songs. I'll give him that.
Very Sinatra.
All right, if we find it, I'll play it for. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, Jay, go ahead. You're on the air.
How you doing, Howard? Good morning. Hey, I just wanted to find out the truth behind this. Last month in the Forbes magazine, or maybe it was December, it said that Nancy is worth about $125 million if you added up all of the...
Forbes magazine has you at $125 million. Why are you laughing?
Because
Are you
it's
embarrassed?
absurd.
It's absurd.
Yeah, where did they get this stuff?
Well, you own the Frank Sinatra box set. That's got to be worth a fortune, no?
How many ties do you own?
That's right. You have the ties. You have it all. Nancy says there's no way she's close to $125 million. All right, let's go to Ralph. Ralph, go ahead. You are a big Frank Sinatra fan and Nancy Sinatra fan. Go ahead.
I mean, he was the greatest entertainer ever and still is, thanks to the stuff that still comes out. Listen, Nancy, when you put stuff like that out, do you just rubber stamp stuff, or do you like to really have a place you're going with this stuff?
Well, she's got a plan, right? You got a marketing plan. You don't just license Frank's name out to everything.
We're doing it. We're trying to be careful. We don't. There are a couple of things you really shouldn't do. One is flood the market.
Right.
You want to do one really special thing at a time.
Yeah, what a lot of people don't know, it's great on that box set, is there's a DVD performance in there, too. That's like an hour long. It's great.
I know, it's amazing.
You have that box set?
I do. It's awesome.
Howard, you're going to faint when you see the concert.
That's terrific.
Did you ever see him live?
No.
Frank? No.
I saw him live.
Did you?
I saw him twice. Yeah, I saw him at Radio City with Shirley MacLaine. I took my mother to
He banged her, I bet. Did he?
Yeah.
Did your
she
dad?
was originally in the Rat Pack.
Yeah. Did your dad bang Shirley MacLaine?
I thought she and Dean were the couple.
Yeah, but I don't think your father really cared who the couple was. He was going to bang anyone. I mean, this guy was infamous. I mean, he was a real womanizer. Your father.
He had a good time.
Yeah, listen, he was famous and he could have any woman he wanted.
And he was busy with the Whoas, too, a lot.
Oh, yes. Love the Whoas.
What?
Yeah, I read that.
Nancy's sitting here. Does
She don't care. She doesn't. She's not. She's been around the
It's
block.
nothing I haven't heard before, Robin.
I'm
you know, don't worry
I'm
about
sorry,
it.
I'm
Thank you,
sorry.
Is that bad to hear?
Look, my kid's going to have to deal with it.
I wish my father would go see a hooker.
Really?
He had the greatest line about the Whoas. He says, you don't pay him for sex, you pay him to leave.
That's true. Father was a genius.
Genius.
I wish I could have hung with your father in that Rat Pack.
Hey,
Yeah.
Nancy, were you around when the Kennedys sort of cut him loose after he got Kennedy into the White House?
Well, yeah.
I mean, did he just? I know it pissed him off, but I mean, did he get
Pissed him off. He had to have those guys killed, didn't he, or something? Am I wrong about that?
I think. Well, he got rid of.
He called a hit. No,
That's why he got rid of Peter Lawford.
I saw in The Godfather.
Yeah.
Did your
Peter
dad hate the
Lawford
movie
killed.
The
Is that what you're
Godfather?
saying?
Did your father hate that movie?
No, but he sure didn't like being told that he was one of the characters.
Johnny Fontaine.
Johnny Fontaine.
Yeah, because that was a big crock, that story.
And Johnny Fontaine
But, you know,
comes along with his olive oil hair and guinea charm.
But Mario Puzo, I spoke with him when I did my book, and Mario Puzo said that he did not model that
After your
character
father.
after my dad. So
Did you ever see Sammy Davis Jr. with his eye out?
Oh,
no.
good.
Never? He always had the
No, I never
glass
did.
eye in?
Well, I saw him with the eye patch
You did.
covering the.
You never got to see the
Never
socket?
ran around with like
No.
an empty hole hanging out.
Did you ever see him with a black chick?
Sure, his wife was black the last one.
Altavis.
I'm sorry.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
You know, a lot of people don't know Sinatra got Sammy into the clubs and stuff. People were very racist back then.
You couldn't.
Yes, we do know that.
We know that.
No, I said a lot of people, though.
People were racist in the 40s.
Frank Sinatra was a good. Frank Sinatra loved the blacks.
Thank you for telling us, Ralph.
Frank Sinatra was a liberal with the blacks. I know that.
Hey, did you know Buddy Rich? I heard he was a real jerk.
Buddy Rich was a jerk, right?
No, I thought he was great.
I heard there was some guy who worked for Buddy Rich who, after he died on the anniversary of his death, would always call Buddy Rich's wife and say, "Can I talk to Buddy?" And she would say, "Oh my God, he's dead." And he would say, "I know, I just like hearing it every year."
Come on.
Bob, you're on the air. Go ahead. You're on with Nancy Sinatra, announcing the new Sinatra channel, Channel 75, and, of course, NancySinatra.com, where you can hear all things Nancy. Go ahead.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Nancy, your spread in Playboy was unbelievable. I just had two quick questions for you.
I should have banged you. I missed out. Sorry about that.
That's all right. What kind of panties are you wearing?
What kind of panties are you wearing today, guy wants to
I'm
know.
wearing blue thong.
You wear a thong, right?
Yeah.
You would never wear big,
I don't
giant
like
panties.
panty lines.
Good for you. Good for you.
That's beautiful. The other question was, how do you keep your bush nowadays?
Do you fully shave? I would say...
No, a little bit now. Thanks to you. You're the one who told me to shave.
Take it all off, baby. You don't need it. You know,
too much trouble, Howard.
Really? You don't care?
It's a nuisance.
Well, for your man, I mean, now that you are intimate with this guy, who you're not even sure you're in love with 4 years later. Go ahead, K-Mac. You have the last word with Nancy Sinatra. She's too busy to talk to you normally, but today she will entertain you. Go ahead.
Hey, now.
Hey, now.
Miss Sinatra, I would be honored if you would take a ride on the Sibian.
What about that? You want to ride the Sibian?
I knew this was coming today. How did I know this?
Why don't you liberate yourself?
I won't allow that.
Why not?
I won't allow it.
Why? Nancy Sinatra's her own person?
I won't allow this line of questioning.
Boy, if I saw you on the Sibian, I'd go wild.
Do you know, she just said she's trying to protect the name and take care of things.
Yeah. You know, Judy Garland's daughter did it the other day, Liza.
Liza was on the Sibian, but who cares?
How is Liza? I haven't seen her in a long time.
We haven't seen her either. But what about, did your father have sex with Nancy Reagan?
No.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
I think he did.
No, he would never have done that. You don't know my father.
Hey, what about, did Nancy ever hear the remake of your song that started that John Gotti Kid reality show that the rapper remade?
That made me angry.
What did he do? I don't even know about
Because I know Victoria Gotti. And the fact that she copied she not only copied the song and the arrangement, she copied the look.
Which song?
A rapper, a girl rapper, Lil' Kim or somebody, did...
oh, no, that's a different story.
Did Nancy Sinatra's song...
Yeah.
Boots Are Made for Walking, and it was the beginning theme of the Gotti reality show on A&A.
That didn't bother me. It was the fact that she copied my getting out of the T-Bird and closing the door. She did the whole
It was the
opening.
whole concept.
Yeah,
and
she did call me, and I know her. She should have called me.
What is it, Howard?
Hey, this is going to be great for Sirius. Got the king of all media and the chairman of the board. Nancy, quick question for you, and then a quick request, Howard. Yes. Are you going to be telling some inside stories of Frank's life?
What do you mean?
When she's on the show.
Oh, yes. She's going to reveal everything. Yeah, it's going to be very, very risque, this show.
And, Howard, can you play one of Frank's great songs, Strangers on My Flight?
Strangers on My Flight?
That's that parody we had.
Not again. Haven't we outgrown that one?
I don't even remember that one.
That was when it was
after 9/11.
That was Billy what?
Yeah,
After
9/11.
Well, listen, you are a lovely woman. You know that.
Howard, I adore you. You're the only person in the world I would get up at this hour for because I'm still on California time.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm honored that you're here. I'm honored that you've brought over the whole Sinatra legend.
And the
live.
Will you do my show sometime?
I will do your show sometime. I will stop by.
You can give me your top 10 faves of Frank.
I want that, and I'm going to bring the Sibian with me, and on your show, you will ride. Ride, baby, ride. You will do it. And it will be great. And in fact, on the Sinatra channel, there will be many revelations, I understand.
Yes.
That's right.
Can I say my favorite Frank Sinatra moment of all time?
Go ahead, Artie.
He was getting interviewed on like 60 Minutes or something, and the guy said to him, it might have been Mike Wallace said to him, how do you feel about, Charles Manson saying that if he ever gets out of prison, he's going to kill celebrities like Elizabeth Taylor and you, and Sinatra goes, let him out.
Let him out.
Oh, that's great. Let him out.
Let him out. That's great. Now that's a good story.
And that ended that whole conversation.
I feel you should be one of the hosts on Sinatra 75.
I live in Hoboken, Nancy.
Who? Where?
I do.
Artie over here.
I live in Hoboken.
Hi, Artie.
How you doing?
He was just talking about how he has to bend down and touch the star and cross himself every time he goes by.
Where your father's old house is a star with his name.
Yeah, I know. They tore the house down.
They tore the house down. It's just an empty lot, actually. But you gotta bless yourself by the star.
There's a bunch of old Italian guys who sit by the star, and if you walk by and you don't cross yourself in front of Frank's star, they're like,
They yell at
They
you.
get mad. They get mad.
Oh, listen, AJ and I did The Sopranos. We did an episode.
Oh, this new one?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's,
What happens?
It's episode number 6.
Oh, I can't
My
wait.
daughter, AJ, and me.
I can't
and
wait.
also, my other daughter, Amanda, told me to send you her love.
I hear your
She
daughters are hot.
adores you. You met Amanda. She did your show one time.
I should have had sex with her. I blew it. Should have had sex with you and your daughters all at the same time. I would have been a legend and an honor.
Every single bar in Hoboken, too, and I know because I've been to every single bar in Hoboken, has a picture of Frank above the bar. I mean, every one of them.
Right.
And the restaurants, too.
Absolutely.
I'm thinking about you, the white go-go boots. If you and I were lovers, I'd make you put on the white go-go boots. I'll
That
be
was
honest
a
with
long
you.
time ago,
So what?
You don't have
Get
any
'em-
white go-go boots now?
Honey,
No,
I'll buy
they've
you
all
a
been
pair.
auctioned off for
Baby,
charities.
I'll buy you a pair.
Okay.
You'll be in the white go-go boots, and believe me, you
Okay.
will not believe the positions you would be in.
Okay.
And then I would say, that's a good day. And I'm thrilled you're here now.
Thank you, sweetheart.
You believe me, they were treating you horribly at XM, and now you have
Well,
a
they
real
didn't
home.
show a lot of respect for the
No.
music legacy, you know.
No,
That's not fair.
They don't care about their listeners and the music. You know that. You see how they behave over there.
I'm not going to put them down. I mean, they were the only game in town for a long time.
You know, it's a privilege to get $13 a month from your fans, and for them to abuse the Sinatra legacy is just unforgivable.
It ain't going to happen here. It's going to be great.
No, you'll see how good it's going to be.
I'm excited about it.
Now, you'll be doing the show from Los Angeles.
Well, no, but
Will you be
different
doing it
places,
live?
probably, yeah.
You'll be
We'll
live.
do some live because we want to get some callers.
Right.
All right, listen.
I bet no one else in this room remembers where they were when Frank died.
Where were you?
I do. I was in Atlanta doing stand-up comedy. I was in my hotel late at night. I got back. My sister called me. She was on the street in Hoboken crying.
Aww.
And she told me that he died. And she said everybody slowly came out of their businesses and homes in Hoboken, stopped traffic, and they were blaring his music all over the place. They were up till 6 a.m. Nobody went to work the next day. And I got the first flight out because I wanted to be a part of it. But I said, I'm in Atlanta when Sinatra dies. This is great.
You know where I was? I do remember. I was in bed with Fred. But I don't want to talk about it. All right, listen. We're excited that, of course, Nancy is here, and she's chosen to bring the Sinatra channel to Sirius. It's always great seeing you.
I love that. I can't wait to put that in my preset.
Yeah.
There you go. And check out Seriously Sinatra Channel 75. And when is the launch date? Do we know?
April something. We
April
don't know.
something. All right. You hanging out with any famous people, or are you pretty normal these days?
No, sometimes famous, sometimes not.
Who do you hang out with?
Well, a fun story is Robert Blake came to my Christmas party.
Oh.
Jeez, you are
He's-
living in dangerous territory.
No, he's a pussycat.
You like him? You glad he got
I like
off?
him very much.
Yeah.
He called and he said, "You still have your party for orphans?" Because his family was up in San Francisco for the holidays. I said, "Sure, you come on over." And everybody welcomed him with open arms.
Yeah.
It was great to see him.
Who else you hang? I heard you hang out with Scott Peterson and no. No? All right, listen. Check out NancySinatra.com.
So Robert didn't do anything crazy at the party. He was just...
He's not crazy.
He doesn't put the lampshade on his head.
You guys believe all that stuff.
Right. Do you think your friend Phil will be found innocent or guilty?
I have no idea.
Who knows? You never know out there how things are going to go.
No clue.
OJ got off.
Do you realize that shooting occurred in 2003?
I
and
know.
He still hasn't gone on trial.
Right.
Well, any minute, I guess.
That's going to be a fun trial. I look forward to big trials like
They're
that.
looking into televising it. That
Yeah.
would be fun.
Sure.
Let's go. Oh, Mike wants to say the last word. Let him have the last word. People are excited you're here. You understand.
Hey, Nancy, I have that copy of the Playboy you were in, and your bush is so hairy, Lewis and Clark would be trapped in there.
I criticized her.
That's what Howard said.
I said it was too hairy for that. You have to do another shoot and have it all shaved.
No, not anymore. That was 12 years ago. Oh, no.
Honey, you can do it. You get right in front of that camera and let's go. All right, listen, the beautiful Nancy Sinatra is here, nancysinatra.com and Channel 75. We are honored to have you here today, and thank you for...
Thanks so much, Howard.
It's always a pleasure to see you.
That was fun.
You had a good time?
Yes, I always do.
Howard was very flirtatious with you.
He's very sweet. I really love this guy.
So you never really crossed the line with some of his...
Well, he crosses the line, but in a sweet way. How can you get mad at him? You know?